Robbie, can I ask, are your parents divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all the kids who had the Cookie Monsters had divorced parents. I knew it.
No, that's so true. It's
She's got you nailed.
Correct.
Okay, welcome to the bracket episode 116. Today we are debating the worst fashion trends ever. Nick is out today getting LASIK, I think, or getting LASIK consulting.
Oh my God, he
or something
is?
like that. I think he's a glasses guy. I don't think he's
Traitor.
Yeah.
Betraying
you guys.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine you two without glasses, nor like on a normal basis.
I have thought about getting LASIK because it would just be easier. The thought of waking up and being able to see is something that's been foreign to me. But I remember talking to Frankie and Riggs about it, and they were like, but if you get LASIK, you're such a glasses guy that you should wear glasses that have just clear lenses. And it's like, then why would I get it?
Yeah.
I want to be able to not wear glasses, but I think I'm a glasses guy. So are you.
I think I am too. Yeah, I don't think I could get it.
It's like kind of part of your identities here.
Yeah.
If that
I've
makes
thought about
sense.
getting different glasses, and people around here are like, you got to go rectangle frames, right? I'm like, what the fuck? I can't get different glasses.
Can't switch it up?
People just like the way I look, I guess.
My dad's worn glasses like my whole life, and every once in a while he'll switch up and get new glasses, and it takes like a couple weeks to get used to it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, whoa, dad's wearing new glasses. Like, this is crazy.
You want like the point, they want you to wear like the Poindexter ones.
I guess.
Like the ones that the
I
guy
think
that
they
wear-
just want me to wear these all the time. I think people want... sometimes I take a hat off, and people are like, whoa.
People don't like
Who's
change.
this guy?
They don't like change.
I like wearing my glasses, but I also have contacts because when I take them off, I feel like Janie Briggs.
Yeah.
And then people are like, whoa, who is she? But I look
100%.
exactly the same. Nobody notices the difference.
When Robbie wears circular glasses, you look a lot like Geddy Lee.
Yeah, I could see that.
A whole ton.
Nick is a glasses guy, by the way. I'm not going to be comfortable with him not wearing
No.
glasses if this is the
He looks
case.
Yeah.
strange without glasses. I don't like it.
That is kind of nuts.
But KB and Cheah are both in. Both of them just finishing, I believe, a scrunch or something right now, but both of them will be in. Before we get to this episode of the bracket, let's talk about body armor. You see the body armor is right in front of us right now. The bracket is brought to you by Body Armor Zero Sugar. It is the new sports drinks from our friends over at Body Armor with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, Body Armor Zero Sugar has got you covered. The Zero Sugar has great tasting flavors like fruit punch and lemon lime. I've been mentioning it every time I do a Body Armor ad. As someone who is not a lemon lime guy, never been a lemon lime guy my entire life. I'm not
Not your thing.
Not 7-Up, not Sprite, not any of that stuff.
Interesting.
I really like this a ton.
It's really
Ooh.
good.
Really good.
Yeah.
It is the first lemon lime drink that I think I've ever truly enjoyed. It's
very good.
I think props to the guy, especially for it being a zero sugar thing. Like, it's a very difficult thing.
Maybe you're just not a
Yeah.
sugar guy then.
No, but I like a lot of sugar.
That's a ringing endorsement. But yeah, other lemon limes maybe are just too sugary. So what a ringing endorsement.
Yeah. I mean, well, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, but their fruit punch one also very, very good. But lemon lime is amazing. You could do it. It gets you through anything throughout your day. They have a full list here of stuff, of which I've done like 2 or 3. Wedding planning, done that. Workouts. Yeah, not really. Long movies, yes. Late night recordings, yes. And yeah, a whole bunch of other stuff you can use to keep yourself hydrated with Body Armor with. It's available in stores nationwide, but you can head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. We have Trent and Robbie, fashion experts, on for this one,
Yep.
as well as Kelly and Kate, who obviously are the least fashionable people here. So I think we needed someone to bounce out Robbie and Trent.
I'm wearing a shirt I bought at Walmart right now.
I basically wear the same thing every day. Like, I don't, that's not a ringing endorsement for my fashion either.
Yeah, but you have a brand of wearing. You're the khaki guy,
Yeah.
khaki and black t-shirt,
Yeah.
sweatshirt. They all wore that.
They
You're
t-
like who's the CEO of Apple? He's
Steve
dead
Jobs.
now.
Steve Jobs,
him.
yeah.
You're like the Steve Jobs of Barstool for khakis.
I agree.
Instead of
I've,
the turtleneck, you're...
and I've also read a lot of articles, not a lot, probably one, that is like, if you wear the same thing every day, you have more brain power to figure out the rest of the day and invent the iPhone and start a golf podcast and try to break 90. Like,
That's
you
what
just,
the billion. You know who else said that? Elizabeth Holmes.
She stole
She
it.
read it. She read it.
Yeah.
Theranos.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a bad one to be compared to,
Theranos.
right?
Yep. Well, she started
Thanos.
she read that fact and was like, the less time you take picking out your outfit in the morning is more time to spend developing other things. So she, like a Steve Jobs, there were a
Barstool
couple
Trent.
other, like Barstool Trent, was like, I need to, just only wear black turtlenecks and black slacks all the time so I can have more time to
that's-
rip off old people.
Fine if you're stealing, but if you're stealing somebody else's signature look, that's not the same.
It's not
you know what
quite
I
the
mean?
same, yeah.
If she had her own look that she
George
was doing
Carlin
today.
did it too. Maybe Steve Jobs stole it from
Yeah.
Carlin. He would wear
Yeah.
the
Could
black
be.
in every special because it never went out of style.
Oh, and then Lucy.
Black looks great, though. Black is always good.
Yeah, slimming.
Slimming, important.
Slimming, very important. Is it horizontal or vertical stripes that's slimming too? One of them is the opposite.
Vertical stripes. Horizontal are not
widening.
slimming. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be wearing widening anything. I don't think.
I'd like to say I do have a passion for fashion. I would like everyone to know that. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate a t-shirt from Walmart or anything
Or a grout
else.
fit.
Or a grout fit. I can appreciate all those things.
Versatile.
Yeah, I'm a very versatile person. Like right now I'm wearing a sweatshirt that I did buy it at the New York City Ballet, which is bougie, but I bought merch at a ballet, so that's also trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good mix of both.
Yeah, exactly. We can get to our first matchup of the day. It's the number 5 versus the 12. The 5 seed is Popped Collars, which is very hot, and I would say probably 2000, 2005. A lot of these fashion trends are from this general area, but pop collars are huge. I think the one thing that always comes out to mind is My New Haircut, the YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
You guys remember that?
I love
the guy. Yeah,
it's my new haircut.
My new fucking haircut.
My new fucking haircut.
Yeah, and that's going up against the number 12 seed, long sleeves under t-shirts, which was a huge people. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. You're not gonna be a fan of that.
Oh man, that's
And to
Pop
be
Punk
clear,
101.
to be clear, we're picking the worst one of these.
The worst
two.
one of these
Yeah.
two.
Okay,
So
that's two good ones.
two good ones. You're saying?
Well, I mean, good in the bad way.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Kate. Which one do you think is the worst or worst fashion trend?
I cannot believe the long sleeve under the t-shirt is even on here. Josh Hartnett, come get me, buddy. That was the move. He had that boxy, tall, sportsy body. If you have like a Michael Phelps, Josh Hartnett, I don't know. There's some kind of body type
Yes.
where the shirt's almost a little short.
Built.
Almost, with
Yeah, yeah.
they're built, and they got the sleeves underneath, and they got roll them up a little bit
Yup.
before
Kate, quit
whatever
it.
they're gonna do next. Who knows? They're a mystery man. No, that guy's gonna show you a good time. The double pop collar, especially the double pop. I'm putting my hand over my drink. I'm a little concerned. I'm not feeling good about that. So it's almost I appreciate the pop collar because it's like here's my red flag. Watch out for me. It lets you know.
It's like a shark's fin coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. So that's the one that is way worse than long sleeve.
That was an incredible analogy, by the way. I don't think we had that. That deserves a lot of credit.
Oh, thank you.
Great
Shark
analogy.
fin,
I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Incredible stuff.
I appreciate that.
That guy also probably wore a shark fin necklace.
Definitely.
Very similar
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Puka shell at the very least.
So
Comes
one
with a spray tan.
Yes. One for the pop collar. Robbie?
Definitely the pop collar. The long sleeve with the shirt over it. That's a classic staple of, punk rock, Kurt Cobain, that whole style. I think that looks fucking cool.
I think it's very cool, Trent.
Kate really got me with the Josh Hartnett thing. As soon as she said that name, I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yep.
And Josh Hartnett was hot.
So hot.
What's
And
the
the
other
best-
weird
We're dating
Like an
ourselves so
Oppenheimer.
bad.
like
Yeah.
a navy. He had like a
Josh?
big boxy navy like shirt and then a white long sleeve underneath.
Josh Hartnett was in
yep.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
He was.
He
He
very
just
hot
won
in
a
Oppenheimer, too.
He just won a SAG award as
All
well
right.
for
Shout out to
Oppenheimer.
Josh.
He did a Guy Ritchie movie recently. Rise of Fortune or some bullshit. I don't know. It was really weird. We interviewed him for it, and then it didn't come out because it got delayed by COVID for like 3 years.
Oh damn!
Whatever.
He was also in an episode, I believe, of Black Mirror.
He was. With
and
Aaron
it was
Paul.
and it was so good.
It
And it was the first
was.
time I had seen him in a long time. And
Yeah.
he, just to report, in case people don't know, he is in fact extremely hot still.
Still hot.
Still.
No matter what.
God bless.
Everybody saw him in Oppenheimer, and they know that now. But when that Black Mirror episode came out, I said, "Oh wow, this was a reminder that I did need because I forgot how hot he was."
I'm going to go with popped collars. Everyone I've ever met who was like, I'm going to pop my collar, I didn't want to spend more than 4 minutes with. And a lot of the reasons Kate listed as well. So, yeah, popped collars.
I'll go with the pop collar as well. I do
Trent's
think
covering his drink. He's like, I too am nervous for this guy.
Who knows what their intentions are, Kate? You never know.
I forgot to tell you, I was at a cooking class the other day, Argentine cooking class. The person across from me, like the couple across from us, both from Cedar Rapids.
No way.
Yeah, and I was like, "Have you ever heard of Luggage Trent?" And they're like, "Nope, not even a little." I was really hoping. I'm like, it's a small enough city. Maybe they've heard of Trent. He's probably like the most popular person out of Cedar Rapids, right?
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Oh no! Wait, and his twin?
I would assume both. Yeah, but yeah,
It'd be
both.
weird if they
He's
weren't.
got a twin?
Yeah, that I believe is like has a lot of genetic issues.
He's got medical issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Cedar Rapids, it's 120,000 people there.
Yeah.
It's not a small town.
Yeah, I don't know. Figured,
We're not all going to the same steeple.
But I
and,
figured it'd
like,
be like Ashton Kutcher and then Trent.
You'd think, but isn't also Chris Soules
Zach
No,
Johnson?
Of The
Zach Johnson,
Bachelor?
Speed Rabbits. Chris Soules is from a smaller town.
Okay. Sorry.
okay.
There's somebody else, Ron Livingston.
I was really excited though.
Got
She's
it.
they're like, oh yeah, from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and she went to Alabama though, which kind of feel like was fucked up.
I got to represent more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly.
So I would like to confess something. There was a time in my life where I would do double pop collars.
What? How?
I
With
was
what?
with Abercrombie polos. It was a real hot time in high school. I would wear a white short sleeve polo underneath a pink 3/4 sleeve polo.
God.
And I looked really hot. I won't lie. So
Did you bully people in this outfit?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was great. That
you
being
threw a
said-
mean slider in softball.
Yeah, oh yeah. That being said, I to this day will still wear a short sleeve over a long sleeve because I do think it's a cool look, especially if the long sleeve maybe is like a sheer and then, a little peekaboo arm. We love that. So the pop collar has to go.
Pop collar.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Not a
Yeah.
single vote for the long sleeve. Great for you, right?
Yep, great for me.
It was, but then what's because there'd be like, I feel like the same guy would also wear baseball tees, which I feel like are kind of a cheat for that a little
Baseball
bit.
tees are hot
because
as
they
well.
go down, but you need to be hot to wear baseball tees.
Right,
the problem.
right.
An ugly guy,
You
that's
just
the
kind of
thing.
have to have good forearms.
Yeah.
What we're going to learn throughout this, we talked about it a little bit before we got on here. If you're hot, you can wear anything.
Yes.
You
You
can
wear
make
literally
anything look
anything.
great. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's not the outfits, it's the person wearing the outfits.
It is a massive part of it, and almost everything in life is that if you're hot, it does not matter what you're wearing anyway.
Yep.
Next matchup is going to be the number 4 versus the 13 seed. The 4 seed is a more recent one. I'm sending, by the way, in our group chat, I'll be sending pictures of all these in case any of the references don't
Oh, nice.
land.
Okay.
So it's the number 4 seed, Broccoli Hair. The very recent one, but this is one where you might not know the name, but when you see it, you're like, oh, this is what every
yeah.
teenager or whatever young adult male I see on TikTok has the same exact haircut. And that's going up to number 13 seed, the Giant Rubber Red Shoe, which was very viral, and I am shocked how often I saw it in the wild, personally. Way too often, which is, I think, like 3 or 4 times, which is way too much for something that's
Mischief,
stupid.
right? Mischief is the brand. MS Cheah.
Yeah.
CHF.
Remarkably stupid looking thing for it to be popular enough that many people wear it. And the broccoli hair, I think, is significantly more abundant in the world right now.
Certainly.
And looks just as stupid, in my opinion. It is ridiculous looking. So we'll start with you, Kelly. Which one do you think is a worse fashion trend?
It's difficult to say because you're right. Those big rubber red shoes are disgusting. And I am also shocked by how many people wore them in the wild. But I do understand the nature of like getting something just because it was expensive and to wear it around and be like, oh, you got those shoes. That's crazy. Meanwhile, broccoli hair. Not to shit on people who have curly hair because some people have curly hair and it's beautiful. They style it nicely and it's wonderful. When people intentionally make their hair look like that, it's embarrassing on a level that I can't really comprehend. So I'm gonna go ahead and say broccoli hair.
I'm gonna go with broccoli hair too, and I think that even like in the picture I used for this, the combo of like that and then the earring, the cross earring thing, like all that look is just, it's out of whack, and I don't like it. Trent,
I'm going to go with broccoli hair as well because it really speaks to a lack of creativity among the youths. Because everyone has it. If you are in a certain age group, if you're on TikTok, you have that haircut. And it's also, it represents to me just how far away I am from the youth.
yeah,
Like I see that haircut and I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm not even near that. I'm 20 years removed from like what's cool on TikTok. So every time I see it, I'm like, it reminds me of my impending death. So I'm gonna go with broccoli hair for those reasons.
The broccoli hair reminds you of your impending death.
Yes, because I see it and I'm like, I'm not even. No one in my circle of friends has that haircut, which is a
fair.
good thing because I'm not friends with people who are like 16 years old. But it's just like it really represents just how far away I am from that. So, broccoli hair.
Another for the broccoli hair.
Yeah, I'm repulsed by the broccoli hair. I think it's disgusting. I think if you have it, you're a douchebag no matter how young you are. Anytime I see someone out with broccoli hair, they're a TikTok kid. Like, that's how
Yes.
I would refer to them
Agreed.
as someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, the TikTok kid over there. The shoes, I agree with Kelly. There's something about the shoes are kind of funny, whatever. They look like big stompers. That's okay. Broccoli hair, one of the worst things of all time.
I do the TikTok thing is a huge part of it. Like you
Yeah.
expect them to walk up and be like, "How much money you make?" Or like ask one of those
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
questions.
What song are you listening to?
Yeah.
But
The
so
thing
many
too with
people do.
with the boots is like the boots aren't people aren't wearing those boots and being dead serious about it.
Yeah,
People are
yeah.
wearing broccoli hair and being dead serious about
Yeah,
it.
it's a little-
Good point.
They think that it's genuinely very attractive, and again, I can't step into a woman's mind here, but I can't imagine a world in where a woman would find that attractive.
It is rare. I
Yeah.
can't even think of a single example where it's not ugly.
Yeah, Kate.
I was at the mall a few weekends ago, and there was a very like fashionable looking family. It was a little too much fashion, and they had their toddlers wearing the mischief boots, and the toddlers looked absolutely miserable. They were like, it's like when you put a dog in
Yeah.
snow boots, you know, and they're
Yeah.
like they're trying to walk along. As a hashtag boy mom, I picture my son coming home with broccoli hair and a little dangly earring and I think I would have to not love him anymore. I
Yeah,
guess that would have to be it.
I think that's right.
I looked at that and I feel bad saying this, but I was like, man, I hope that doesn't happen to my kids. I'd rather them find drugs for that broccoli haircut. So yeah, broccoli haircut for me.
I'll be honest, I could see the beef kind of be interested in the giant rubber red boots.
Oh, the beef's gonna get a broccoli haircut. Is what's gonna happen. That's 120 million%. He did the thin goatee thing.
Yes.
Just-
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, like, and everyone's like, "That's so funny," but I have to live with that. Anyways,
Is that a clean sweep
Broccoli
for
hair.
broccoli hair?
Clean sweep for broccoli hair.
Wow.
I think we're doing good so far.
I do too.
We're all so aligned in our fashion
Yeah.
sense.
yeah, look at us.
All right,
I
well-
feel proud that we're keeping up with Kelly. Is what I
Yeah.
feel proud.
Hell
of.
yeah.
Yeah, things are going well.
Hell yeah.
This I think will be a little bit more of a battle of to the death because they are kind of like similar in their own way. Number 8 seed, the Cookie Monster Flat Brim, a staple
God.
in the bracket community. We've talked about the Cookie Monster Flat Brim a lot, and that's going up against the flat brim beanie. So this was big in the mid 2000s. The beanie with a flat brim. Those were crazy.
God.
These are kind of sick.
Those were crazy, Robbie. You know, like those were a crazy thing to wear, and I wore it. I had a Etnies one of those
Yep.
that I would wear in middle school, and it looked so stupid because I have a fat head too, so it looked like fucking Megamind, except it was in that brown and white Etnies pattern or whatever. It looked so bad. So the Cookie Monster flat brim versus the flat brim beanie. Kate.
Man, Cookie Monster flat brim guy is harmless. He's annoying. He's gonna sell you bad weed, but he's harmless overall. The Etnies guy, an Etnies guy with gauged earrings who like works at a tattoo shop. There's something bad. There's something.
I was in a band with that guy.
Yeah, everybody knew a guy in a band that was like that, or
Yup.
was gonna make. Yeah, I get the heebie-jeebies somewhere in there, and I can't go for it. I go in flat brim Etnies hat guy. Sorry, Kenjac. I'm going Kenjac.
Yeah, go with me on this one. I wish I had a
Yeah.
Cookie Monster flat brim. I would see it at Walmart or whatever, and I'd be eyeballing it like, hey, Mom. Like,
Yeah, so I didn't have the Cookie Monster flat brim. I had the Elmo flat brim.
oh, no. That's worse, I
Of
think.
course.
Yeah, my
You're a
friend-
blood, not a crip.
My friend Mike Pobega had the Cookie Monster one.
Wait,
We had a
did
picture together.
that's
Oh,
so
no. Wait, tell me you
cute.
have that picture. Please, God.
It's on my MySpace somewhere. If I could dig it up, I'll try to find it for you. But yeah, we went to the mall together and bought those hats together. It was
You were literally doing like that picture of the blood and crip together holding
Yeah.
like the bandana. That's
yeah, it
so
was a little
funny.
gay. But the flat brim beanie I always wanted, never got. So I'm gonna say the Cookie Monster flat brim is worse for me because looking back at that picture, I do cringe. I could picture
Yeah.
it now. Yeah, I also like did the editing thing on Picnic where
Oh,
I made
no.
it black and white.
Oh, no.
Except for our hats.
That's no.
It was bad. It was real.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a public podcast.
I know. I can't believe it. Just
People are
spilling
gonna
this
hear
info.
this.
I know. Yeah, it's bad.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Cookie Monster flat brim. Only I don't know. I never came across this. This is
I
the
did.
first I'm hearing of this.
The flat
The
brim
flat
beanie?
brim beanie.
No, the Cookie Monster flat brim.
Oh, you've never
Oh,
seen it?
what?
No, I have no idea what that is.
It's just
Wow.
a imagine.
It's a big
You're
thing.
looking at it. It's just it's self-explanatory.
And people
Monster.
wore it.
Oscar
You know-
the Grouch,
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Bird.
People wore it and thought it was cool.
The
Almost like-
example you use for the other one is the brother in Elf.
Yes.
What you
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
funny. I'm gonna go with the Cookie Monster flat brim because I can't imagine any scenario where that's appropriate.
Yeah, that's very fair.
I wore it like off to the side.
Of course. It's the only way to wear it.
Popped up to the side.
Oh,
yeah.
you should like thank God you weren't around like you weren't at that age in like the TikTok CapCut era because you definitely would have put like
Yeah.
a legit music video behind it.
Yeah,
or on
dude.
Vine even really would have
Just
been
some fucking dashboard confession. Some emo shit.
be like
Robbie, can I ask, are your parents divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all the kids who had the Cookie Monsters had divorced parents. I knew it.
No,
Damn.
that's so true. It's
Yeah.
so.
that
She's got you. She's got you nailed.
got you pegged.
Correct.
Holy
They're trying
shit.
to stay upbeat. They're trying to stay upbeat.
Yeah.
Because,
Trying to keep it silly, keep it silly, keep
I'm
it light.
zany. I'm random.
Yeah.
I Ball City on
Random.
that one for sure.
Let's put a cap on this pain.
Yeah, Cookie Monster flat brim for me.
I think I'll go with Cookie Monster flat brim too, because like the flat brim beanie, if you weren't, this is just fucking with me, like seashells with the seashore, playing flat
hard to
brim
say.
beanie.
Yeah.
But like the Cookie Monster flat brim, like you are peacocking in a sense by wearing it. So like you want people to see it. You could get away with wearing the flat brim beanie, and like no one would really notice. So I'm gonna have to go with the Cookie Monster. Kelly.
Here's another time where I have to be transparent.
Oh no.
I never wore the flat brim beanie. I had many a crush on a guy who did, which is unfortunate for me. In the same breath, the Cookie Monster flat brim hat, along with the Elmos, the Oscar the Grouches, there was a huge moment for that in high school when I was in high school, to the point where like guys were wearing them, girls were wearing them, and what comes with those things are the matching sweatpants.
Yes, always.
That everyone thinks are okay to wear anywhere, which aren't. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to say the Cookie Monster flat brim, because that is much more scarring to me than the emo boys I had crushes on that like. Loved the attention that I gave them.
I don't know how far west those Cookie Monster flat brims made
They
it.
must not have. No,
just
I
getting
have
there now.
I have a very vivid picture in my head of a girl in gym class wearing the Cookie Monster flat brim with Cookie Monster sweatpants, not wanting to participate in gym, pissed off on the side of like the track, just like mad at the world.
Osira sneakers.
Yup.
Maybe a Monster Energy hoodie.
But if somebody was messing with the autistic kid, she was the first to run over there and stop it.
Oh,
Hero.
facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Hero.
Yes.
A girl wearing a Cookie Monster flat brim beat up a guy in my school in like front of the entire school. We were waiting to get into the actual school. Beat the shit out of him. Like
Nice.
wailed on
Cookie
her.
Monster
yeah.
girls will fuck your shit
They'll
up.
fuck your shit
They got
up.
Hearts of gold, though.
Yep.
Yes.
Tracy. Yeah.
Wow.
Always
Oh,
Tracy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that and
Hillary.
the matching gym shoots. Britney's, a lot of Britney's.
A lot of Britneys.
Brittany is a name.
Brittany
going
was a name that
extinct.
was. Brittany is going extinct, but Brittany, the most used name in my grade growing up
Yeah,
was
same.
Brittany. We had like
Yeah.
8 Britneys, not even kidding. In a school with like 4,000 kids, like 8 Britneys in my grade alone.
I don't know if this is with your grade, but there's only a very specific type of person had the name Brittany. It's almost as if like you couldn't be any other personality type.
Yeah, all of
were
the Britneys
Brittany.
that I knew were friends. Like it was
Yeah.
like we had 12 different Britneys and we had to go to all their birthday parties and it was tough.
To be honest, they were all the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Every single one of the Britneys was the absolute
Well, I disagree.
worst
One of my
person.
best besties is still named Brittany.
Well, I think maybe you probably had a few more Britneys than yours, but every Britney I knew was the worst person in the entire world. They were unbelievable.
It's tough.
The Cookie Monster. Gonna move on. Now we're gonna do the 1 seed versus the 16 seed. We'll do the chain game first. Got a lot of interesting options here. The full denim outfit from Kelly.
Yeah.
Really liked it?
Want me to explain?
Yes.
So there's a difference between like a full denim
hear you
outfit. I'm
wheezing,
wearing
Trent.
yeah, you are, right? I thought it was me. I was
thought
like,
I was
am
fucking something up too. I was
Oh
like,
my God, it's Darth Vader.
It's a long walk to my. It's a long walk to my desk to the studio.
you've been here for like 10 minutes, man.
I still have yet to catch my breath.
Did you hear that, Kate?
I didn't want to say anything.
Why can't I hear it?
I really worried it was
insane.
me. I was like, I must be like breathing and no one's saying
know,
anything.
I was
have
about to tell
stop.
you that.
We
Thank
started
God.
It was
talking
like-
Britney's, and all of a sudden it was like Britney.
I think it was Robbie. Wasn't the overweight Midwest guy. It was Robbie.
That's really funny. Sorry, Kate, go ahead.
So the denim outfit, it's one thing to have like it's a look or I'm wearing a denim dress or you posted earlier the Britney Spears Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake look. Like I understand that's for a look, it's for a carpet, whatever. Not my favorite look, but like not as offensive as the people who will wear a like jeans on the bottom, jeans on top, and they're dead serious. Maybe even worse if it's 2 different kinds of light wash jean that aren't exactly the same. It's just like we get it. Like we get it. You like denim. You're going for a look, and I'm telling you, it's missing, and it's just not. It's just
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
I hate it.
The full denim fit. Gauges is on there. Gauges were mentioned a lot. A lot of different
Okay.
tweets
Gauges
about
are gross. Yeah.
Gross.
Nick said he used to have multiple gauges.
No
We were,
surprise.
we were talking
Well, I
about
would hope
recently.
if you have one, you have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be a 1 gauge guy.
No.
I wonder if he got. I wonder if he got them like sewn back up.
I think he
I
said
think
they closed, didn't
yeah,
he?
there's
Right?
a certain. A couple of my friends had them. There's a certain level you
Like
can't
diameter?
go past.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then you would have to get them sewed up. I always thought they were gross, and my friends that had them would always be like, "Oh yeah, if you take them out, they smell disgusting."
Always. That's always what they would say. They'd be like, "Oh, look at this!" Like, and then they'd all make joke around, like, "Ha, yeah, we're all here with our." I hung out with a lot of like punk kids,
Yeah, I
and
had
it was
friends
that
would
was
put their
the
fingers in their gauges and just twist them around and shit.
What's wrong with
Gross
these
shit,
people?
man.
gross.
Yeah.
People are nasty.
What-
Yeah.
They always say like the earring backs smell really gross, right? Isn't that a thing?
Yes,
Some
I mean
people.
your pierced ears don't smell great, but
Yeah.
you don't sit there and like smell your earrings.
That's fair.
You know,
Kids
Wasn't
with
it
gauges
Lamar
do.
Odom or whatever?
Lamar Odom,
his,
yes.
His big rip on Chloe was that her earring smelled or something.
He said like,
Her ears
smelled
smelled.
like earring backs or something was his
Yeah,
big
yeah.
diss on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's not something you would notice. It's also there's a certain kind of back that
Yeah.
would be like there's like a big back, and if you just like never shower or take your earrings out, like
Yeah.
then it will happen. But
Yeah.
no, like no.
Yeah, so earring backs, or rather gauges, what we're on. Wearing scarves indoors, that was a thing for a little bit. People like would wear them inside as a fashion statement, even though it was not cold or whatever.
That's me.
And
the
well, it's,
infinity scar.
Yeah, you're talking to me right now.
well, it's cold in here, to
Me
be
too.
fair.
Yeah,
Um,
I still love it. I
Puka
miss
shell
it.
necklaces was a big one. A lot of people like those ones.
Mm-hmm.
LED shoes, those were tough. That was a tough time.
But those are just for children, right?
I've seen in middle and high school that we had
High
we had
school?
LED,
High
We had
school?
LED shoe kids.
Oh no.
I had some Ninja Turtle pairs, but I was 4. So
Right.
You
I
might be
feel
able
like
to
it's not
add
like-
on to this too. Wheelies? Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Heelys, yeah.
Or Heelys.
Heelys.
Those were
Heelys.
kind of sick,
Heelys.
though. I was never allowed to get them.
Yeah,
I
neither
wasn't
was
either. I was not allowed.
Heelys, cargo shorts, also from Kelly.
Disgusting.
Bad.
Sorry, no offense.
I wore a lot of cargo shorts growing up.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
feeling.
I mean, you looked at me when that went. Yeah, it's true.
It's just so unflattering, is all. Like, it's not that I'm not shitting on it for its practicality. Yes, it's pockets galore, but it's so unflattering.
galore.
Like, you just look ugly.
I can keep
That's-
so many things in those pockets.
Even
I know,
like
but it's like
John Cena.
Ooh.
no, yeah, because it makes him look small on the
Frumpier?
bottom. Yeah, like it makes his legs look short and stumpy when he's like
Yep.
huge and handsome. But
Yeah.
even in like Peacemaker, are you thinking?
He's like the cargo short king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and he did that belt too, the
Yeah.
rope belt.
Yeah,
Where like
yeah.
you had
Look
to do
how
the weird
stumpy
thing.
his legs look with those
Yeah,
on.
I used to do
And
the
his
rope
legs,
belt
his
too,
legs
yeah.
look stumpy as fuck. She's right about
Yeah.
that. But it's also
One
he's
of the
wearing the thing.
biggest heartbreaks of my life, my ex always wore Old Navy plaid cargo shorts, like 24/7
Oh.
all
Of
the
course.
time. And he was like a big John Cena type too, so it just made him look whatever. And he would always like keeps it and cheated on me. And a picture of him with her came out, and he was wearing a nice pair of like pocketless Dockers, and he was fabulous. And I was
fixed
like,
him.
oh my god, I wasn't worthy of the good shorts. I got the cargo shorts, and she got the good shorts
Damn.
version of it. But I saw the picture, and like my eyes, instead of looking at them, I was like, oh, she got him to wear good shorts. Oh my god, my heart like shattered
So
into
funny.
1,000 pieces. Yeah, it was brutal.
That is brutal. Damn, I'm
Cargo
sorry, Kate.
shorts are no, it's okay.
Cargo shorts are back though, right?
Don't say that.
Not
I know,
really.
cargo pants, Kelly.
Or
Cargo
cargo-
pants. Cargo pants are
Yeah.
back against my beliefs, but cargo
Ready to
shorts
dip
are
my
still
toe in
hideous. I have a little cargo like swishy pant that I don't really wear to the office, but yes.
Cheah, you were a cargo shorts guy?
As like a teenager when they were like very in style, but no, I haven't worn them in decades.
I don't know if they were ever in style. Is the
Yeah,
problem.
I
I think
Yeah, I
they
was gonna
were.
say
I'm
that
with,
too.
I'm with Cheah on that. I think they were.
I think they were very much like, well, it's the same vibe as like every once in a while, blue collar construction clothes are in style, and I think it was that time.
Like Carhartt.
Fair.
Or, like,
Yeah, Carhartt.
I fucking love Carhartt stuff, dude.
I wear
Yeah.
Carhartt shirts
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Hold on, this group in New York, this is just a smattering of people I would see at a mall. So if you go into like an Old Navy at a mall, would there be cargo shorts there now? I genuinely do not know.
Yes, I think.
I think so.
Cargo shorts?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they've never stopped selling cargo shorts. It just depends on the
Yes,
stores
that's
you
my
go
question.
to. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not going to like the trendiest store. Like you're not going into Nordstrom and getting cargo shorts, but you can go to Old Navy and get cargo shorts for
Yeah.
sure.
JC
Okay,
Penney.
so then maybe-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe to Trent and Maya's point, like maybe they were never in style, but that's just where you shopped in middle school.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might
That is
actually be
fair.
it. Yeah.
Kohl's, like they're definitely at Kohl's.
Oz, we're a
yeah,
big Kohl's
Marshalls.
family.
We were a big Kohl's
Kohl's
family
Cash.
too. Kohl's Cash. My nana
huge.
still loves Kohl's Cash.
Yep.
Marshalls. We did a lot of Marshall shopping.
A lot of Marshall shopping.
The Justin Bieber haircut, so like not a bowl cut, but like the
I had
swoop.
that.
the swoop. Yeah, I guess it's like the Alabama swoop. It's like the I don't know how you describe it. It is close to that though.
I definitely had that.
The big long swoop.
I can
It's
picture it.
somewhere between
I straightened it.
emo hair, yeah, straightened emo hair and the Alabama swoop. Like
Yeah.
it's like a tousled, flattened Alabama swoop.
Yeah, and I could never get my hair was too curly to do that, but my middle brother had it, and the girls loved him. Of
course.
everyone had that.
I bet you
haircut.
rocked it, Robbie. I bet
rocked it.
Yeah, of
He
course.
rocked it.
I would straighten maybe 1 inch of hair in the front every morning and like 1 inch in the back, and I would burn my fingers every morning. Fuck. Wake my sister up like that using her straightener.
After that, we have this one, and I talked to the Cedo chicks about this a bit because I'm not sure if I would technically consider this a trend, like an actual fashion trend. But men's rompers were hot for a minute. But I feel like it was more like a meme.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
gimmick.
The romp hymns.
Yeah, the romp hymns. I feel like it was more like a joke
That was a joke,
because I never
Right.
saw people wear it.
I saw
ever.
John Feidelberg wear one.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
He looks incredible, but
Here's where you guys forget, and I realize you guys don't see the other half of the world that I see.
Yeah.
Huge in the gay community.
Gays love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gays
That actually
love
means
Is that
it's good,
right?
though.
a male romper. Yeah, all my friends had them. Like wore them everywhere. Still are wearing romp hymns in the summertime. Oh yeah, huge.
So just to go over the list, the chain options again: the full denim outfit, gauges, an indoor scarf, puka shell necklaces, LED shoes. We'll add in Heelys on there too, although I do think Heelys were kind of cool at the time. Which is, I guess, is the point of this anyway. Cargo shorts, Justin Bieber haircut, and men's rompers, the romp hymns. I'll start with you, Kate. Which one do you want?
Me?
Sorry, I
Okay,
looked at you and
okay.
then said Kate.
Yeah.
Kate.
Ooh, out of all that, I gotta go cargo shorts. Was that an option in there?
It was.
Yeah.
I was really hoping no one would pick it though.
Okay, my brain blacked out. But yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta go cargo shorts for an old love.
Yep. Cargo shorts, Jay.
I don't know if romp hymns had a moment, but I do remember Feidelberg wore them once, and I remember Lewis, Bubble
Yeah.
Gang, also wore them once. And it's like, okay, those are like the most fashion-forward men in the office. So I was like, I guess these are cool. Like,
Yeah.
so it is really hard to get past like cargo shorts because outside of that like time capsule of like 13 to 16, I don't recall a time where they were like really popular. So I guess I'll say cargo shorts.
Another for cargo shorts.
Hell
Hard
yeah.
fucks.
I'm going to go with gauges. I think out of all of those options, if I have a daughter and a boyfriend shows up at the door to take her on a date,
Ooh.
the gauges, I'm like, you're getting back in your car, you're driving home, you ain't taking my daughter. The rest are what? Well, maybe the LED shoes. I'm like,
That's
all right.
a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good
I'm gonna
point.
switch hands to
Gauges?
the gauges because
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. Thank you, Robbie. Can I switch to
Yes, absolutely.
Gauges?
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep,
I feel
gauges.
powerful
Yeah.
right now. I just
Yeah.
swayed the
That was
boat.
awesome.
You really did.
You know the guy drives the dirtiest Honda Civic you've ever seen in
Yeah.
your
Yep.
life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He does.
I was going to say gauges. So
Yeah.
and Robbie laid it out perfectly.
Yep.
Gauges, I don't understand them. I sound old now, but I don't understand them and I never will.
And it is the most permanent of all these mistakes too. Like the other ones,
yeah.
someone will pull up a picture and laugh at you, but like for the rest of your life, you will have that big ass fucking loop in your ear, and
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that guy had gauges." You don't even have to ask. Or
Some MMA fighters have them, and they have to tape up their ears for fights,
Yeah.
and then the tape comes off mid-fight, and you're like looking at
flopping
it like,
around.
If you got to tape up your ears, you did something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
that's gross. I'd go with gauges as well.
Oh,
Kelly?
let's round it out. Absolutely.
Full
Boom.
clean sweep for gauges.
Wow.
Gauges gonna go up against the number 1 seed in this tournament, the Jinko. The Jinko jeans. Those big ass fucking jeans.
Man.
Tough.
People saying maybe made a little bit of a comeback recently. Maybe partially inspired by PFT,
I was
which
gonna
I think
say
he did.
just PFT.
Maybe
Yeah.
he did it ironically, but they're still the sales have been up from what I was looking at on Jinko.
What were you looking
jeans.
at? What graph?
I looked up Jinko
Big Jenko?
Jinko jeans. I mean, I don't think it was from their website, but I just looking it was Jinko back because I was thinking about it, and apparently a little
I
bit back.
follow this like hip kids boutique in the West Village that always does these fit checks out front, and they have sold out of their Jenkos every
Yeah.
single weekend for the last whatever. They're like, we're getting a new stock in, and there's a line out the door, and they're
Wow.
like selling out.
They
right now.
are
Yeah, it's
they are
crazy.
back.
Yeah.
Jenkos are back.
Yes.
And
Incredible.
it started out with like wide leg pants, and now we're starting to dabble in like flare jeans again, and the Jenko jean is kind of the perfect combo of those things. And girls like them a lot because it's like tiny waist, big leg look, and it's also like feels like you're walking around in sweatpants. There's so much fabric,
I thought Jinko stood for something like FUBU, but it doesn't, I guess.
JNCO, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it.
Yeah.
I thought it was an acronym this whole time, and I just went to look it up and nothing.
No.
But the Jinko jean versus gauges, Kelly.
I'm going to say gauges by a mile. I think that Jenko jeans were never that offensive. I think that it was very much like a stylistic choice, and you're clearly like sending a statement with, your baggy ass jeans. But it didn't really offend me ever. Gauges are inherently offensive. to
Gauges
me.
are inherently offensive. I think between these two, I feel like Jinko's was more of a fashion trend. I think Gauge Guy is a Gauge Guy for the rest of his life, if that makes sense. Like he did that to be part of a community that he will never leave ever, and it's
Right.
almost like a permanent scarring of himself to remain part of it. And to that degree, I almost respect the Gauge guy more than I respect the Jinko guy, because the Jinko guy was just a slave to a temporary fashion.
Yeah.
So I think I'm
That's a
gonna
good
go.
point.
I'm gonna go with the Jinko. Trent.
I'm gonna go Chinkos as well. Yeah, and I feel like I never wore them, but I definitely had people that I knew that wore them. I feel like if you look back on those pictures, you're like, wow, that might have been a mistake. You know what I mean? It's just that, like, similar to the cargo short thing. Like, I have a lot of pictures of me in cargo shorts, and I do look back. While I love them in the moment, I look back and I'm like, I couldn't have just wore something else.
Yeah.
And I think Jinkos are the same way. You look back on that, that's maybe a picture that you like put in the back of the photo album.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need people to see that.
Yeah, agreed.
Again, I'm gonna go with Gauges for all the reasons I laid out in the last round.
What if the guy that you're talking about shows up in Jinkos?
It's not great,
laugh,
but
I
it's
think.
like, all right, this kid's probably like a douche. Gauges, I'm like, this kid's worrisome and he's gonna,
Dangerous.
like, do drugs with
He's
my daughter.
impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not thinking long term.
He likes the pain of stretching his ears out.
Yeah.
Like, there's something wrong with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No offense to the listeners of the Cages.
He's a
Yeah.
cutter, you know?
He's smoking something weird.
Probably.
They're always cutting.
He's like rolling his own cigarettes or some shit.
I remember
Yeah.
going to the mall with the same group I got the Elmo
Cookie
hat
Monster hat.
with, and I remember there was this older kid that was a senior when I was a freshman. I don't even remember his name, but he had Gauges, and I remember he was telling me, like, I went to a funeral last week and I was sexting my girlfriend during it. That's the kind of kid that has Gauges.
That's the energy, yes.
Right.
My friend
Right.
out of JCPenney that day.
Kicked out of JCPenney? What'd you do to get kicked out of
They were
JCPenney?
playing Manhunt in JCPenney.
Oh, no.
I was the person in the group to be like, guys, I think this is a bad idea, so I'm going to wait outside the
The
store.
anxious person? That's me too.
Yeah, so
that was always
I
me.
did not get in trouble, but all my friends did.
That's really
Which
metal.
mall? Which mall?
At Garden State Plaza.
I was a Bridgewater Mall girl.
Yeah.
It's really metal to get
Big
kicked
ups.
out of fucking JCPenney.
Yeah, playing Manhunt, you know.
Cheah.
As a parent, you always tell your kids, like, you can be anything you want. If you get Gauges, your career scope goes from like this to this. Like, you're working at a handful of places. I'm not going to insult any places
Spencer's
by
Gifts.
specifically naming them, but
Spencer's
yeah, like
Gifts, yeah.
Spencer's.
Hot topic.
Show me a guy with Gauges who has a 401k, and my jaw will literally detach from my body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is tough to recover from that. So I got to go with Gauges.
Gauges. 3-2 in favor of Gauges. Kate.
Yeah, Gauges.
Wow.
Gauges with a
him.
close one.
So bad, yeah.
I'm trying to think when the last time I saw somebody with Gauges. It has been a very
a while.
long time.
I think it really just depends
Yeah.
on the community you're hanging out with, but
True.
it is really like it's just so. If you don't like it, there's nothing redeeming about it. Like it's not Gauges to me is less of a trend, like kind of like you said, and more of like a statement. So I just know automatically you're an asshole if you have that. Like
Yeah.
you don't like grow out of it. Like you just kind of
I just wouldn't be able to stop looking at him. I'd like,
You know what?
There's a
Seen-
bracket
you
listener
know-
with Gauges just,
yeah, just like, what
taking
the
them out
fuck?
right now.
yeah.
I've seen them the most. I'm in a bunch of those like Chicago ladies don't date him groups where they like,
Oh,
and that's
fun.
where
So
I
fun.
see a lot of the Gauge guys posted there, and they're like red flags with it, and everyone's like, no shit, honey. He's got Gauges. Yeah.
I need to get in
Nowhere.
some of those groups. I always see like
Oh,
stuff
Kelly.
go. I need to send me some links. I need to get in some of those groups. I need to find the New York ones
Please.
too. But
There's a guy that works for us named
Send me.
Gage. I think as a name, Gage is kind of sick.
oh yeah,
The Boy
I
Scout.
like
Yes.
Gauge.
Yeah.
Gauge the person. Yes, I
Yeah,
like him
no,
a
I
lot.
just mean Gage the name too, just in general. I think Gage is a cool name, just not a great, what do you call it, piercing option, I guess.
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
Statement.
Gage is going to move on. Before we get to the second half, let's talk about Ibotta. Grocery bills are expensive these days, but now they don't have to be. Start getting cash back on your grocery shopping with the free Ibotta app and get cash back every time you shop. Ibotta is the free app that gives you the most cash back every time you shop on hundreds of items from groceries to beauty supplies to toys, so you can still make sure you're beating inflation no matter what you're purchasing. The average Ibotta user saves $256 a year. That could cover the entire cost of a shopping trip, so that you can buy that flight you've been eyeing, that game you've been dying to go to, or that fancy dinner you've been craving, or get that Gauge installed that you've been trying to get done. Other apps give you points that don't amount to much. With Ibotta, just add your offers to the app, upload your receipt, and then you can get real cash, and you can cash in your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. You can join over the 50 million users and earn cash back every time you shop from over 2,700 brands and retailers, including Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta using the code BRACKET when you register. Just go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app, start earning cash back, and use code BRACKET. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use code BRACKET. Shout out Ibotta. They really, that Gauges was in the ad copy. It's fucking crazy that they predicted that.
Wild.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Now we have the number 6 versus the 11 seed. The 6 seed is Frosted Tips. That was a tough time. We've talked about it, I think, on a recent bracket episode, but I had Frosted Tips.
You had Frosted Tips?
Yeah,
Wow,
Frosted Tips.
wow,
Where is that picture?
That was a rough time.
Yeah, I need pics of that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the way they do that, don't they put something over your head and literally like poke it through? Like
Yes.
they like weave your hair.
It's
through?
a silicone.
I didn't have the money for that. I had it as a gel that I put into my hair every morning. That made it like almost
no.
sparkle, like with
So
yellow.
you didn't have
So
it.
yours
You
weren't
weren't
blonde.
dyed. You didn't
It wasn't
dye
like
your hair.
It wasn't dye. It was literally like a yellow gel that I would
Stop.
put into the top of my
Stop it.
hair, and it was bad. And a teacher, like a front office person, made me wash it out one day. When
Sounds
I came
like you were
in.
putting
Oh my God.
Goo Gone in your hair.
Like
Pretty much.
kind of, yeah. It was really gross. It was like this disgusting, nasty, really slimy and sticky gel.
What you're talking about, though, Robbie, is true. It's like this silicone like thing they put on your head over
Yeah.
your whole scalp, and there's like a little tool that pulls the hair through. It's full of holes,
It's a
and it
process.
pulls your hair through. Right, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Yes.
And then they dye the hair on top, and then they like peel it out of your hair after a
Yes.
certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like really even highlights. They still do it in some places, and
Yeah.
it never really
Yes.
looks great. But when it's very like for even all over
Yeah.
highlights instead of doing foils.
Yeah.
People do it.
So Frosted Tips is going up as the number 11 seed. The early 2000s giant suits that NBA players would wear on draft night.
Yeah.
So and got pictures of both of these in the chat. And the suit one, I think, is just like the 2003 draft class.
Is it McGrady? McGrady's got a great one.
It's just mine is just the 2003 draft class. These things are
They're
massive.
hilarious though.
Like the suit, like the waist, like ends at their knees.
Oh, Dwayne Wade.
Become a
it's
trend.
funny.
It's so crazy.
It's insane. And even if you just Google the rest of them from like that just general like 5-year period, they are brutal.
Who's the
how big
white
they
guy
are.
in the front on this
Kirk
picture?
Heinrich.
Kirk Heinrich.
Is that
suit
LeBron
is
James?
insane.
On the far right, yeah.
Far right, yeah. Kirk Heinrich is wild.
Insane.
Dude, they're all massive, and every player would wear these massive suits on draft night and this era, and they all looked terrible.
They're the kind of suits that two kids can sneak into to pretend
Yes.
to be one of
Yes.
them.
Yes. They're trying to go to an
Yes.
R-rated movie.
Yes.
If I remember, I think Kenyon Martin has a really bad one, if I remember correctly. But his is rough. But the giant suits versus the frosted tips. Start out with you, Kelly.
Okay. Maybe it's controversial that I don't think either of these things are that offensive. I understand the blonde tips because it was the height of boy band, okay? Justin Timberlake had it. Brian from the Backstreet Boys had a little bit going on. Nick
Honestly,
Carter.
both the bands, like they all did.
They
at
all
one
had,
point.
you know what I mean? Like every band, O-Town, 90
90
Degrees,
yeah.
all of them had it. So I understand why it became a trend. And some kids looked cute that way. Like, it was a little bit of Blondie, like, ooh, fun, just something funky to do. And at the time, like, I feel like guys didn't branch out in any way. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Whereas these big NBA suits, I'm cracking up. Like, I think that's a really funny, like, bit, joke, whatever. If it's being serious, it's disgusting, obviously. And so for that reason, I'm going to pick the suits as the worst option.
Giant suits
Giant
as
suits.
the first option.
I might not have any votes on my side, but
I think because I was personally victimized by the frosted tips, I'll go with the frosted tips.
Okay.
And I feel bad because like my mom, I remember her telling me, "This is stupid.
I feel
You're
like you
gonna
have
look
frosted
stupid."
tip stolen valor, to be honest.
Well, because I wore
You had-
I
you
didn't
had
have
the
enough money
fake-
to get the actual
You had the
fucking.
I
fake
agree.
frosted tips.
I had
Yeah,
the
you
poor guy
put-
frosted tips.
You were putting goop on your head in the morning. I don't know what you were doing.
every morning.
colored goop.
This
Like,
disgusting goop.
what was the
discipline
brand?
of
Do you remember
that.
the brand?
I think it was like, what's the one? Too sexy or something like big sexy hair or something
You had
like
big
that.
sexy hair.
Don't fucking laugh. I think that was the brand.
I would like to find that is a brand. That is a brand. Big sexy hair.
Yes, it is.
Something like, oh fuck! I shouldn't have
Sexy
said
hair.
that.
That's very
Gel.
funny. I gotta get that
Blonde.
big sexy brand for my guy Kenjac. My son Kenjac.
I remember because I bought it at Super
Vincent, this
Cuts.
kitty's got frosted tips.
It was really fucking
Damn.
bad.
I'll have to do research on that and see if we can get some
think it- I
in
think it was
studio
that.
because I need you to do it like present day.
It
Like I
was
need.
really fucking bad. So I'll go with the frosted tips. Trent.
I'm gonna go with frosted tips as well because it was the boy band thing. But like Justin Timberlake looked great. Like Nick Lachey probably looked great. But then when everyone tries to do it, like Kenjac and all the other kids in your school, it's like takes away the allure of it. And the big NBA suits the draft you picked it's an incredible draft. It's
Like
LeBron
some of the best
James,
players of all time.
Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, Kirk Heinrich. Like I look at that picture and I'm like, that's a bunch of badasses right there. And I love the way the suits look. the frosted tip thing, I've had a buzzed head pretty much my whole life, so I avoided all of the bad hair stuff, which has been a bit of a blessing. So I never had the frosted tips, but a few of my friends did, and they just looked like idiots.
Yeah.
Can't imagine with like hair longer than like an inch long, to be honest.
No, it's pretty much always been buzzed.
Have you ever grown it out? Like, what's the longest you've ever grown it out?
There's one when I played football in middle school. For whatever reason, one of those pictures I have long-ish hair, but everywhere else I've just had a buzzed head.
Is there a reason for it?
So I have a scar on the top of my head, if you can see it. Maybe not.
yeah,
I had a
little
cyst
bit.
on my head when I was 2, and they shaved my hair down for the surgery, and we just kept it rolling.
That's not a good
Wow.
reason to keep
30
it
years.
forever, I don't think.
Wow.
I don't know why we just kept it rolling forever.
I mean, you're a full-grown man.
Well, now I guess I am. But
okay.
as a kid, we would always just buzz the head.
Fair
I
enough.
would love to see. I would love to see you grow your hair out.
I
just
thought
to
about
see.
doing it during the pandemic. That would have been the time.
Yeah.
But I still
Hold
just
on.
couldn't commit to it.
Let's see.
Is this app
Here,
going to give me hair?
Oh, is it
Move
gonna give
over
you
away
hair?
from the
I'll
mic a
stop
little
breathing
bit.
into the mic.
Yeah.
This will be very interesting.
Cute.
Thank you.
But yeah, so another one for the frosted tips, Robbie.
I'm gonna go with the suits. I got no connection to this NBA draft class where I'm like, these guys are badass warriors.
Do you know who LeBron James is?
Warriors.
Yeah, I know who fucking LeBron is. He's got
Dwayne
a
Wade?
train wreck. Or
Dwayne
whatever,
Wade?
But
He's the train wreck guy.
I think the frosted tips are like a nice symbol of the time. You see it, you think of the 90s, you think of people competing on Nickelodeon game shows. Brings me back in the same way that you could think about like disco in the 70s or something. Let me see that.
That's really
Oh,
weird.
that's bad.
That's really weird.
I got to stop letting you take
Let me
pictures of
see.
me.
That looks like a guy with gauges.
Oh my God. Well, he wouldn't have hair like that.
Yeah, I don't know why it would look like. I'll send it. You look like Hurley from Lost. That's a
send
bad.
it through.
Yeah, let's send that to as many people as we can.
Tweet it. Tweet it.
How old were you in 2003, Bob?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
That's why I'm going
Whoa,
with the
what,
frosted
Bob?
tip. The suits.
2003, I was wearing my double pop collar and bullying
Double
kids in
pop
school.
collar.
Yeah, I was entering kindergarten.
So we're 2-2. Cheah.
2000.
crazy.
This is tough.
Kill me.
I
I was wearing
do kind of-
thongs that year.
I do kind of look back with fondness on those big suits. But like, what were tailors doing for that like 10-year period?
Taking a break, I guess.
Like, yeah, like maybe like a strike. I don't know, but
Taylor strike.
yeah. So I'll go with the big suits just because they do remind me of just that era.
The big suits, Kate.
Yeah, and now I feel like it's gone the other way where they're wearing like the tightest pants ever, like the tightest suits pants ever. It's gone the other direction.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, I'm pulling the boy mom here thing. If that came back in style, I feel like I would love being in the kitchen and they asked me to frost their tips, and I'm like, of course, yeah. Like I feel like I would love that shit.
Totally.
So I can't hate on it because I think it's kind of cute. And you're right, Kelly. Like guys don't often dip their toe in the trend pond, and it's fun when they do. So I
Yeah.
don't hate it. The suits, I just feel like would be so uncomfortable. It's the same way I feel about all denim. I'm like, aren't you uncomfortable in that? And I'm looking at how long the pants are. Picture they got to walk
Yeah.
in the rain.
T-Mac had a rough
Pants are
one.
soaked in those things.
It's
I just-
crazy.
these are like some of the most impressive bodies on the planet, and we can't see them a little bit. So I got to go with the giant suits.
I wonder if they have. The
That's a
picture.
great added point. Some of the best bodies on earth, we can't see them. What's the point of that?
Yeah, I want to see those bodies.
Same.
My brain.
Same.
Oh,
Respectfully.
Same.
Hey, men aren't pieces of meat, ladies. Okay.
Yes, they are.
I completely forgot how about the Tracy McGrady
This is
suit was
crazy.
recent.
I can't see a single imprint.
I'm gonna tweet that.
Put different hair on him. Like put like he would
Here.
not have hair
You're-
this dark.
You sending that to everyone is
Here, take the headphones
You're
off.
no longer taking
Take the
pictures of me.
headphones
No,
off.
I'm not doing it.
I'll take the one from the website.
Trent with hair looks like a kindly like record store or no like
Yeah.
comic
Yeah.
book store guy.
Yeah.
I'd say either, to be honest. Like he kind of has has a good look.
I feel
Yeah.
like you'd
That's
have
right.
such.
That's not
I
a
feel like
good
you'd have
look.
such lighter hair than that. Like I feel like you'd have like borderline blonde if it were all
Yeah.
grown out.
Yeah, if it grows out, it gets blonde.
Yeah.
It gets pretty blonde.
Yeah.
Where are you hitting every contact in your list?
I'm going to find just a different picture
He's
of you.
in the
we
blogger
go.
pages like to get your high def photo.
Howard Stern once called you a cunhead.
Yeah, he did.
Why?
Yeah.
It's kind of a long story.
I'm kind of just shortly the shortest version you have. I'm very interested.
There was a time, and there still is, when at golf tournaments, after someone hits a shot, they yell "Baba Booey."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we had Kevin Clant, KFC he was selling, what was it? Just Jerk Off.
JJO
Yeah,
bracelets.
JJO bracelets.
Motto for life.
And we, being in the golf community where like we're gonna do JJO at tournaments and have stoolies do it to replace Baba Booey. It's like a new era of yelling things at golf tournaments. Really weird when I explain it out right now.
Yeah.
And he caught wind of that, and I think we talked about it on a podcast, and they played it during the Stern show, and he was like, "These guys are fucking cunheads."
Jesus. Really went hard, huh?
Honestly, it was an honor.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's such a sourpuss sometimes, though.
It was an honor to you get made fun of by Howard
I
Stern.
guess
I'm
so,
good
yeah.
with that.
True.
The Giant Suits is going to move on by a single vote, or are going to move on. Now we have the 3 seed versus the 14 seed. I did another picture of Trent, by the way, and sent it in.
Oh, did you?
Oh, good.
Let's
We have
just
a new
let's just
haircut?
relax.
I mean, it's.
I'll start breathing into this mic, make this podcast unlistenable.
Oh no, this
All
one's
these will be up on the
worse.
screen, by the way.
This one's worse.
Sorry for the
That's
podcast
Geek
listeners.
Squad. This guy works for the
Yeah, that's a Geek
Squad.
Squad guy.
I'm happier with that guy than the last guy.
That's fair.
No, I think the
You look
other
like the
guy's
son
better.
of Nicolas Cage and Con Air.
Yeah. You kind of
Then
need a neck beard a little bit. I think would make that look better, right?
What's the next matchup? You think?
Next match. Next match is
Is it on that? Is it on that sheet of paper?
the 3 seed versus the 14 seed. The 3 seed is Ed Hardy hats and jeans. Ed Hardy was a rough time. Oh, Cheah was a
Ooh.
grown. Were you an Ed Hardy guy?
No, but I was not nearly tough enough to rock that stuff. But I do remember the types of fellas that would.
That's fair. Ed Hardy hat and jeans guy versus the number 14 seed. We'll just say rubber bracelets. Like the Live Strong, the
I Heart
boobies.
Boobies.
I Heart
Boobies.
I wore
I Heart
both
Boobies.
in college.
I was never allowed to get the
course.
I Heart Boobies one.
Yeah,
I just got one from like a friend. Like people would bring like they'd order 100 and like pass them out in school.
So the rubber bracelet era of wearing like it didn't even necessarily be to cause one. It could just be like everyone wore those whatever they whatever
Did
those were.
did you guys just like in school? They would make it for school, like they'd be like for the cheerleading team or for the basketball team, like, and you just wear
Sometimes,
them, like
yeah.
your school would
Yeah.
make them for stuff too, like not just
Square.
Livestrong.
This is a rough one. I remember I knew I had one in my
Yeah,
profile
yeah.
picture. It's just me in my I believe Chinese course in college with just a 9/11 memorial bracelet.
Right.
On top of it stacked is a Livestrong one.
Livestrong, of
Wow.
course.
This is in 2011.
I had
Yeah,
a-
bad look.
I had
Bad look. Full
a
hair though.
a
Lots of
Relay
hair.
for Life one. I remember Relay for Life. Do you guys ever do Relay for Life?
I remember. Yeah, I never did it, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they were rough.
I had a lot of like pop punk ones. The big thick ones were big.
Oh,
in
yeah, the
pop
double
punk
thick ones, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the rubber bracelets versus the Ed Hardy hat and jean combo. Kate.
Oh man, so weird. So I'm mom brain. I had a rubber bracelet. I had a cousin who had cancer, and so we had his name on it or whatever, and it was like a Live Strong bracelet or whatever. And he loved OAR, and I went to this was like 10 years before I worked at Barstool, and me and all my cousins were up front after he passed. I threw it on stage, and he picked it up, Mark Roberge, and was like, "This next song's for Mark Dog," and played "City on Down," this song of like whatever. And I got to tell him that story now that he's like in with Barstool or whatever. So I have a
Aw.
soft spot in my heart
That's
for
cool.
the rubber bracelets. Yeah. I have
That's
soft
a
spot in
really
my-
good one.
yeah, which was really sweet. But I got the Ed Hardy people. Those are guys who shave their asses. They're real slippery. Their bodies are very oily, I feel like. And they're Ed Hardy guys would, as much as I want to rip on them, they like would consider me probably like a 2 when I'm a 4. So I gotta say, Ed Hardy guys, the Ed Hardy style. There's something about it that like, I can't stand. Yeah.
So one for the Ed Hardy guy,
Yeah.
and Cheah.
Yeah, the Ed Hardy collection. Are we including shirts in there as well?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's say
yeah.
the Ed Hardy catalog.
Yeah, so that was kind of when UFC and like Ultimate Fighting was popping onto the scene.
Yep.
Affliction.
That'll be in a
Affliction.
separate entry. So hold
Okay.
on to those
Oh,
thoughts.
okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just that whole type of. I feel like it's not even like a brand or like a style. It's just a mindset, and I did not fuck with people with those mindsets. Those are the people that if you got drunk at the bar, they were looking actively to hurt you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go with that.
And another one for the Ed Hardy, or rather KB.
Yeah, what is the matchup
It's a
here?
Ed Hardy attire, hats, shirts, jeans, all of it versus the rubber bracelets, the ones for the causes and Live Strong, 9/11, boobies, all that stuff.
Which is worse?
Yes.
Okay. So the Ed Hardy stylistically, it kind of looks good to me.
Thank you,
It's
Kyle.
more of the person wearing that.
Fair.
But the bracelets had a cool run, like the Live Strong.
Yeah, Live Strong's up there.
Yeah, I don't love them, but the Ed Hardy's definitely worse just based on the clientele.
You'd have to be a very specific person to rock Ed Hardy. And I think like it would be like Ashton Kutcher. I picture wearing Ed Hardy in that era. A lot of like he always wore the hats.
The hats
ugly
with
ass
the
I
tail,
think it was like
coming
what
up.
Cheah said. It's like guys who just learned about fighting.
Yes,
I
that
feel
too.
like you could have been an Ed
competitive-
Hardy
what?
guy in college.
That was before my era. I don't think that was like that's like
Okay.
Gen X guys.
Theoretically, if you grew
yeah.
up in that era, like the right time, you would have been an Ed Hardy guy.
Yeah, I like the patterns
Big patterns guy.
and the colors.
Robbie Fox.
I hate the patterns. I remember being like 6 years old, being in a store with my mom and seeing like an Ed Hardy like hair product or something. Like they put their print or whatever on a product, and just having this deep-seated hatred for it. I truly like. I don't know where it came from as such a small child, but I've hated Ed Hardy since the day I was born.
Who the fuck is Ed Hardy?
A
I don't know.
douchebag, an asshole.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I've
fashion
never seen Ed
designer.
Hardy. Day in my life. Trent.
Ed Hardy was my era. That was like in college for me, and I never wore any. But even I, who knows nothing about fashion, clearly just like not into that, I knew that was bad. I knew that was just a horrible choice, and everything that Cheah and KB said about the clientele, that's very true.
Yeah.
At the bars, if there was someone in handcuffs outside the bar at like 2 a.m.
You?
No. Well, different night. When it wasn't me, it was a guy in an Ed Hardy shirt every time. They're trouble. They were trouble.
I don't know if I told you this, but like when in the bracket when I edit it, I do like little buttons for like where we vote. And your picture is your prison picture. Like we use one I
That's
used for
fine.
you.
Jail, not prison,
Yeah.
but yeah. Come on.
Another for Ed Hardy. Kelly.
Another situation where I have to be honest and I have to be real.
Oh, no.
I loved Ed Hardy. Loved it so much. But I am not somebody who would ever wear hats and stuff, so I never had the hats. I did have a T-shirt that I loved. It had like a tiger on it, and I still, present day, I'll take a picture when I get home, have a pair of Ed Hardy shoes in my closet. I will not get rid of them. They're really cool. They have skulls on them. Like the patterns are cool. Like I'm sorry, the
Yeah,
patterns
no.
are cool. And
They picked the wrong group of people to rock. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
promote
So right. So I loved it so much. I was so into it. Once Ed Hardy became bastardized by the people that wore Ed Hardy, it became like you can't say you like Ed Hardy anymore. So I literally just sat here sweating this whole time, waiting to confess this, because I understand the kind of people that wear Ed Hardy now, and it turned into, and it was a fucking nightmare, and it made us all
We're
look
talking
bad.
about Italians, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about Italian. We're talking about
to clear the air
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Don't
we're talking about the
Dante.
Lot of
Jersey
vowels.
Shore. We're talking about
Yeah.
the Jersey Shore. We're talking
Yeah.
about Miami. We're talking about those
I
places.
picture like Ronnie from the Jersey
Ronnie
Shore.
Yeah.
loved an Ed Hardy T-shirt.
Who
Nobody
was the,
loved it more than him.
Who was the guy in Jersey Shore? It was like the situation's friend that would always show up. He
yeah.
loved. He had a
Yeah.
name like the situation, like the unit. Was that it?
I forget.
You know, weird-
We gotta
he
get
would
Joey
wear
in
that.
here. He would know.
Yeah,
he probably know.
exactly.
He probably has his phone
Punching a
number.
wall.
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah.
Joey definitely wore Ed Hardy at some point. I would
Joey probably
imagine.
has Ed Hardy like still in
To this day?
rotation, 100%. So in the spirit of not being a hypocrite, I have to say the Live Strong bracelets and stuff.
Oh yeah, KB. Something we learned about Kelly is that she used to wear a double popped collar as well.
In what way?
I described it earlier. I had a white. It was Abercrombie polos. Obviously, I had a white Abercrombie polo underneath a pink 3/4 length sleeve Abercrombie polo. So it was like white poking out on this side, and then the hot pink on top. And I wore like tight little jeans, and I was just a hot bitch. You guys are jealous. Sorry.
Still bullying.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have a picture of it somewhere.
Horrendous fit. To be
I will
frank.
look. I will look really hard for a photo of it. It'll be crazy if I find it, but I might be able to.
She would have made my life a living hell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she would have bullied you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
bully the fuck.
No,
out.
Kate. That's the thing is like people always thought I was a bully, but I was friends with like everyone.
The way
But I
you were
looked
friends with
like
the
a bitch.
outcasts, like Kate.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was friends with people who wore Ed Hardy and fucking flat brim beanies and stuff.
Yeah,
like that was my crew.
That's another one you missed, KB. Flat. Oh my gosh, still
Oh my
can't
God, you
fucking
can't
say
say
it.
it.
Flat brim beanie is also on here.
Oh, yeah, that's horrendous.
Look forward to that.
That's
So
another one. I said I had a lot of crushes on guys with flat brim beanies. Unfortunately,
the next matchup is the 7 versus the 10. The 7 seed is the front hair flip. Pretty much every guy rocked this at one point. Again, sending this all in the chat. Front hair flip versus the wallet chain. So the wallet chain was also very, very, very in for a long time. Both of these things, again, another matchup where I'm positive Nick has rocked both of these at least one point in his life. So the front hair flip versus the wallet chain. Start with you, Kelly.
I'm dying over this front hair flip picture.
The front hair flip picture. That's
So
if that has to come right
classic.
from a
We got
fucking
pics?
supercut.
It is
Yeah.
so classic. I'm gonna go ahead and say, or I'm sorry, a chain wallet is the
chain
other.
wallet. Yeah.
Man, that's also tough because again, every guy that rocked the like front flip hair, I like had a crush on. Like I just was like, "Ooh, that's so cute." Like you're doing something with your hair, you took time and put product in it. Like I was into it. The chain wallets remind me of the guys who would also like put a chain on a duct tape wallet, which I think is fucking gross as well.
God. That guy sucks.
I kind of put them in the same category. And again, a lot of people I was hanging out with were doing that shit, and I was not into it. So I think that the chain wallet like type of person is worse.
Again, personally victimized by one of these, which is the front hair flip. So the goop shit I was telling you about, that was in the front hair flip.
Of course.
Yeah.
So right in the dead center of it, all the way around. And it was bad. So I'm going to go with the front hair flip. Trent?
This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with the chain wallet. I think that falls under a similar categories like the gauges.
Sure.
Like I think if you were wearing gauges, you probably had a chain on your wallet.
Yeah.
And the front hair flip, that doesn't look so bad. That kid looks all right. Chain wallet, it's a whole
different.
That's a whole other package of stuff. I think if you've got chain on your wallet, so I'm gonna go with that.
2 for the chain wallet.
I didn't know initially why you asked me to be on this bracket because I thought not an area of expertise for me is fashion. I'm now realizing it's because I've done and worn all of the things on this bracket. I had a chain wallet.
Okay.
I did the front hair flip for years. I don't think the front hair flip is that bad. I feel like it's just a default haircut. You look like a default video game character. The chain wallet, I do look at some pictures and I'm like, yeah, you could have done without the chain wallet.
You did the chain wallet?
Oh, big time, big time.
Did you have duct tape wallet as well?
No duct tape.
No, okay.
No duct tape wallet. Was
I
there
don't
like a Velcro wallet?
It wasn't Velcro, but I think it was like a wallet from the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
sure.
that
Yeah, the feeling.
vinyl wallet. Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Like, it buttoned open. Yeah.
Yep. KB.
Yeah, the hair was just a style. It was just what the style was for young men. Not too bad. The chain, but also the chain wallet. Some people, that's who they are. Like that was a style for like punks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Like
but people,
Mohawk, chain wallet.
all of these are like trends for certain people too. So like that's kind of the idea of the bracket, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think both look cool.
You
I
want
don't think I think the chain wallets, people can rock it.
Mm-hmm. And the same thing with the front hair flip right now, if they wanted to.
No. I think. I guess I'll go chain wallet. It's pretty ridiculous.
Chain wallet. I kind of want someone. No one here has the right hair for it.
I
but,
kind of
like,
I feel like Stephen Cheah right now has a front hair flip.
I do. I was happy with that. I have the
I don't wanna
front hair
say
flip
it.
right now. So actually,
Kelly was so nervous to say that. She's like, I don't want to point any fingers, but I think somebody on this podcast has it.
I feel attacked. So my hair is actually a very interesting, not a very interesting story, but I like Trent. I actually had a buzz cut almost my whole life. Like into college, I was buzzing my hair, and I sent a pictures of the group text. I started going to the barber, like a regular barber. It would be like just me basically buzzing my own hair. I think like junior year of college when I had a car. And I asked the barber, and I was like, what do you think would look good? Let me just have like a regular haircut. What's a regular men's haircut? And I asked this random barber in Long Island what like a regular men's haircut was. And I put 100% trust in him. And he just said, I don't know, maybe like a Caesar. And I sent that photo to you guys.
That's what you had?
And I had that for years. And I would just ask for that because
Wait, I didn't realize that's what...
I literally did not know any other haircuts. I wasn't like, hey, give me the... now, of course, Travis Kelce's like, oh, the Travis Kelce, the fade. Like, no, like, I was just buzz cut. So I was like, all right, I'll take the Caesar. So I'd ask for this for
The
years.
Caesars. Haircut.
This is so bad on a
Steven,
level that I
It's
don't.
horrible.
Steven, I want to commend your bravery. I think that's brave because as a guy who has also been buzz cutting and continued
This is your
to do
horror
so,
story.
if I would never have the balls to go in somewhere and be like, give me a regular haircut. Because I would do the same thing. I would trust them and I would end up with a Caesar for a decade. I get it.
So what? Are we debating the Caesar hair?
No.
No, the front hair flip.
Once I became a little bit more domesticated and was like, hey, like, what type of haircut should I be going for? I solicited more feedback and then eventually landed on something somewhat similar to this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, this is just a fairly normal looking men's haircut with some panache, I would say. So every morning I
would say
put
that.
some like pomade or something in
A little
my hair.
product?
It takes 8 seconds and I'm out, which I'm good with, and it looks presentable. And I don't have a Caesar, so I personally score that for a win as myself. But yeah, I currily rock a front flip. So,
that's a drug dealer
For that reason, I
haircut.
absolutely cannot vote for it because I rock it unironically. I have sexual relations with this hair. Like
Okay.
this is.
Oh,
this,
all right.
We're
All
debating.
right.
This is
All
the
right
hair
now.
we're debating. I thought
Yeah.
we're debating
Yeah.
like the Justin Bieber style.
This is like a. I wouldn't say
no.
this is like
No.
full commit, but this is.
Yeah.
pretty-
Okay.
This is you would
Closer
call
to
this
the
a
one I
full-
sent in the chat, KB. But wait, do you have a picture of you with the Caesar haircut, please? Not right now, but I'll put it on the video later for those watching.
Yes, I'm certain I can find. one.
Ironically, I do think that if you had styled your hair, if you had that Caesar haircut and styled it front flip way, it would look fine. Like it wouldn't look like Caesar haircut. You would just have to put some product in it.
Right. I was also,
And you just didn't do
21
that.
years old, and I was like, I'm not putting shit in my hair. and
Sure,
it just
sure.
Looked terrible.
Right. I don't think your hair was
That's why
bad.
girls wouldn't sleep with me.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why.
That's
correct.
why. That's why.
Kate.
Oh, yours is good because it's not. When I was like in middle school and high school, guys would gel it flat forward,
Yes.
and then we called it the Hot Wheels ramp because you could literally like
Yeah.
roll a car off it, and it would like it was so
Yep.
stiff.
That's
They
what
would
mine
hold.
looked
They would
like.
hold both
Same.
sides. Like you'd go this way and this way, and like
Yep.
Yeah. My mom would
Yeah.
do it for me with a blow dryer on one side and
Yeah.
a brush on
God.
the other.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
So see, Kate, so much to look forward to.
I know. And
That's
then
so
the chain
cute.
wallet, though, when I was in middle school, it was the Jinko kids, the boys wearing the Jinko jeans with the chain wallets. And I love thinking of like what a middle schooler has in their wallet that's so important. They have to chain it to themselves. I don't know what you
So
have in there.
true.
So I kind of like both of these things. I guess I'm going hair flip, though, because the kind I'm thinking of, the gel down with like the super stiff, got to go hair flip.
Well, the wallet's going to move on. Next matchup, we have the 2 seed versus the 15 seed chain game. We'll do the chain game first. Second chain, first option, man buns. They were in for a long time. Another one where I think we kind of talked about this a little bit, but like if the guy's hot, it doesn't really matter.
That's right.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But if the guy's not hot, it matters a ton.
Definitely.
Low-rise jeans. I think low-rise jeans are hot. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
God.
I'm
ones that go at the
gonna
waist?
Show my ignorance. I don't know exactly. what
Low
that
rise jeans, like think like Paris Hilton, like or her jeans. You could like see the top of her vag,
see
pretty
the
much. That's how
thong,
low.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Here's
not.
Keira Knightley wearing low-rise jeans.
Guys don't
I'm
dislike
all right with
low rise
that,
jeans.
yeah.
Only girls don't like low rise jeans because they are
There's, like-
so unflattering if you don't look
Right.
like Paris Hilton.
0.2%
You just showed
of
me a picture of
population.
Keira
can-
Knightley looking great in them.
Her too.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
too. Same vibe. She's if you weigh 90 pounds, you can wear a low rise jean.
Yeah, I mean, I picked from a guy's perspective, they're great. But
Pretty
from-
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Next was Holes in Clothes via Kanye from Robbie.
Yeah. But this one's hypocritical because I used to like cut holes in the knees of my jeans and
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, the like $400 shirt that makes you
More
look
like a homeless chic.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Homeless
Yep.
chic. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yep. Cheah, tell me. Oh, yeah. Yep.
With the Caesar.
Yep, that's Cheah with a Caesar, all right.
Oh boy.
It's somewhat grown out, but
Yeah, it's a little bit grown out.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a tough haircut.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Not too
I think
bad.
you look all right there.
It's
not
not.
too
Yeah,
bad.
it's not terrible.
Definitely find me a worse one for later if you
Looks
can.
way better than the last Caesar you sent
Yeah.
us in the group
And yeah,
chat.
a little bit of product, you could have gone a long
Yeah,
way.
a little product would have changed the whole.
Yeah, the whole game.
We're so close.
After that was Crocs. Crocs, I think, have stuck around though. They've stood the test of
They're
time.
bigger than ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hate Crocs. I
I,
submitted that
I
one.
hate them too.
I
Hate 'em.
submitted
Think
that
they're
one
so
as well.
fucking
I did
hideous.
too.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone said it.
Everyone
Everyone
submitted
said
them.
Crocs.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
But they've stood this test of time, so it's very tough for them to include it in the actual seating. Osiris shoes, which we did talk about a little bit. Osiris shoes were tough. And has anyone not seen them before?
I have not.
I need a refresher.
I'll send them in the chat because
Huge tongues.
Big tongue.
the biggest tongue you've ever seen in your entire life. Were rough to look at, and they were like. They're supposed to be for skaters, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
God,
realistically,
these?
yeah.
Blech.
Realistically, non-skaters would wear that.
I've never seen those before.
Yeah, they
Really?
were-
Super
I,
flat.
I remember these, but my thoughts were always, how do they not constantly fall off your feet? Because they
so
just look
loose.
like they weren't even
Yeah.
on your feet.
So
you
loose.
know?
Like boxing
Well, they were so
shoes.
puffy inside; it was like wearing an airbag. that
Oh,
deployed.
true,
Like they
true.
were super puffy.
It's like a big slipper
Sounds
almost.
comfy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
really long basketball shorts, like the end ones. You know what we're talking about?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of that one guy wearing and I was sending the chat, the guy from St. Bonaventure wore like the ones that went almost down to like his ankles.
Yeah.
They were tough. I
Like,
just
at that
sent
point,
that
you're
one in
wearing-
the chat. That one is rough. And then last but certainly not least, the Kanye shutter glasses. The Kanye sunglasses that were just shutters that
God.
just impeded your vision in every way. The
Oh yeah.
ridiculous things to look at. So
I had a blue pair, or I had a red pair that I would wear with my Elmo hat.
yeah. Wait.
I swear I rocked the Elmo hat with the shutter glasses.
Holy
Of
shit! You were like wearing a
course.
YOLO
Oh, gee.
shirt.
Yeah.
Were you wearing like a
course.
No, I didn't have the Elmo shirt.
No, YOLO shirt. Were you
YOLO.
wearing?
Oh no, but I did have a hoodie that I got on the Jersey Shore Boardwalk that said "Come at me, bro."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So KB, you'd love this too. Robbie used to wear an Elmo fitted hat.
Yeah.
An Elmo flat brim, and his friend wore the Cookie Monster one.
We were bros.
Oh my god.
And they wore it to the mall together.
Bros, you know,
So
Guy stuff.
guys being dudes.
man buns, low-rise jeans, holes in clothes, Crocs, Osiris shoes, big-ass basketball shorts, and Kanye shutter glasses. Kate, which one do you want to go up against our 2 seed?
Oh, can you read those again?
Man buns, low-rise jeans, holes in clothes, Crocs, Osiris shoes, really long basketball shorts, and Kanye shutter glasses.
Oh, the shutter glasses worn on ironically are pretty bad, but I got holes in clothes. I'm going shutter glasses.
One for the shutter glasses. Cheah, you definitely worn these at least once, if I had to guess.
No, never.
That's a Cheah move,
Yeah.
Robbie. I can see you. It's like dudes who thought it was like cool to do the worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could never do the shutter glasses. First of all, I have glasses, but
Fair.
secondly, it's just it impedes your vision so much. It takes 50% of it away, and it looks horrible. Anyone that wears them, I instantly think is a huge asshole because Kanye wore them very briefly, and then people just tried to copy that. So I'm gonna say shutter glasses.
Yeah, he also is kind of an asshole, to be fair. As a,
Yeah.
Just, as a
Kanye West?
Summerfield.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of an asshole. some
Just
would
a
say.
little bit, yeah.
KB.
I think most of these things are horrible, but it was mostly dorks that were wearing them. But the extra long basketball shorts, like the coolest dudes in the world were wearing those. And you look back and it's just the most comical thing in the world. Like LeBron was doing it. And that was like the big t-shirt era too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was like the Soldier Boy.
That was horrible. That was a big, and I think they'd acknowledge that looks ridiculous.
So you're going to go with the big-ass basketball shorts, Robbie?
I think I'm gonna be with him with the big ass basketball shorts. I can't go with the ones that I actually wore. And the picture you sent in the chat where you see maybe an inch of ankle is hysterical.
Dude, I don't even know how he moves.
As much ankle as I'm showing right now, and they were
the
shorts.
funniest picture in the world.
Hilarious.
Obscene
Hilarious.
shorts.
And that guy was like, he was the man.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone wanted to get short. They couldn't find shorts big enough to be like him. They were upset about it. Trent?
Are we all afraid to go up against Crocs? Why isn't everyone not saying Crocs? Is it
It's
because
the staying power is what makes it difficult for me to go against
And
it.
also, at the end of the day, they're just rubber slippers. Like, I could see owning a pair of Crocs would take the garbage out, you know? Like,
I'd rather die.
I rather
They're
switch rods.
They're a
so.
godsend with kids.
They're so.
Oh,
Really?
the people who wear them are so proud. Like, oh, I'm, like,
yeah.
I'm
That
might be the
chill,
part that
like,
pisses-
I'm just comfortable. I don't
Yeah.
You got your
Yo, I
gibbets.
gotta put them on sport mode. Like,
Oh.
we get it.
can somebody
care.
like
It's not.
what?
It's so unfunny. Shut up with your, like,
I'm gonna go with Crocs. I thought everyone was gonna go with Crocs. Apparently they have some sort of use that people love them, but they're horrible.
Explain the gibbets thing or whatever. It's
Oh,
just
yeah, you
pins you
could
put
I
on
hate
it.
the
put things
gibbets.
in it.
Yeah. Oh, you're an
It's
adult
flair. It's
that wears little toys on your Croc shoes.
Or it's flare on your shoes.
And now like teens wear them to the gym.
Yep.
It's really annoying.
KB, if you want to switch to Crocs, feel free because Crocs are horrific.
Yeah.
Your opportunity's there.
I'm going with Crocs.
But I feel like people I respect are like, yeah, wear them.
like Clem.
Clem wears Crocs?
Oh yeah, Clem.
Yeah.
I don't know how they lasted. Yeah.
Why are they a godsend for kids? Are they just wash easy?
They're so easy to put on. Like, it was
Okay.
the first shoe my kid could put on by himself and feel. It's just, and putting kid shoes on is
Oh, for
becomes a whole
kids
thing
to wear.
sometimes.
That makes
For
well,
kids, it's
Yeah,
different.
full
for
blown.
kids
It's a
to
shoe
wear
for
them.
kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
different. That's different.
Yeah.
But they've made Crocs into high heels now that are offensive.
that's
So
crazy. That's
you know what I
crazy.
mean? I can't.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with Trent. I'm going to go with Crocs as well. So we're 2-2-2. Kelly, you're going to break.
Guess where I'm going. Crocs.
Yes.
Fuck
Another
Crocs. The gibbet thing really bothers me a lot. They also did a couple of collaborations.
Gibbet sounds like a slur.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
very close.
Crocs also has done a few collaborations with like high-end fashion houses, and in my opinion, that is just why are we doing this? We don't need to bring Crocs into the fashion fold. Pharrell wearing high heel Crocs on the red carpet for whatever the fuck he's doing. It's not going to sell me on Crocs. I'm sorry.
There's that big ass Crocs place near us, and like up on 34th, and it looks like a building out of like Fortnite or something. It's just like highlighter green, just in the next to Macy's. It's ridiculous to look at.
Crazy.
Okay, so Crocs is going to move on and face their number 2 seed. Very simple one, Affliction, and I'm doing a combination Affliction tap out gear. So Affliction or tap out shirts, which were very similar to the Ed Hardy kind of demographic, where this is the guy that is looking to fight somebody, and he's probably going to lose it.
It was like a white trash Ed Hardy.
Yeah, much more
Version.
cheaper, whiter trasher.
Super cheap. Yeah, I'm thinking of
Whoa.
You both of these things?
Yeah, well, not Affliction, but tap out. Yeah,
Tap
I
out?
had a nice arsenal of tap out gear.
Who do you think you could tap out?
At the time, you put a tap out shirt on, and you do think like maybe fucking
I wish
Johnny
you
and the Great
motherfucker
Below.
would.
I wish someone would.
Put the tap out on, and then throw on the "Come at Me, Bro" hoodie, and I was fucking
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the Affliction. This guy's drinking a Monster too, the entire start to finish. Affliction T-shirt / tap out T-shirt versus Crocs. Kelly.
Affliction t-shirt, tap out t-shirt versus Crocs. I'm still going Crocs. Crocs are terrible. Like I know that, again, similar vibe. Like the punky kids wore the tap out shirts. Question for you, Robbie. Did you wear, in addition to your tap out t-shirt, did you have those hoodies that zipped all the way up through the hood?
Oh, yeah. I still own one.
Yeah. I feel like that's a
Makes
combo.
me into Boba Fett.
Yeah. I feel like that's like there's always an offset. Like they'll wear the tap out shirt, but they'll also wear the thing that zips all the way to the top. So it's less.
You got me red-handed.
Yeah, probably a Deadpool shirt too.
So I'm gonna go Crocs are worse.
No, I was never a Deadpool kid because before the movies came out, Deadpool kind of annoyed me because the fans were like Rick and Morty fans.
Weird fans.
Oh, God.
Like, he says enchiladas. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's just
Szechuan
like-
sauce. Let's sell it out.
Yeah.
What?
But then the movie
Fucking
came
Rick
out,
and
and I was
Morty's
like,
so
all right.
lame.
movie was good. The fans are still bizarro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Affliction tap out shirt because that guy was just the worst. Just the worst throughout high school, later in college.
They were good guys.
Nah, there were zero good guys wearing
good
that.
guys.
Like if you were to put, like, I'd be more willing to trust someone wearing, like, I'm trying to think of a non-offensive dictator shirt, uniform that'd be wearing. I'd be more likely to trust that person than the person in a tap out shirt.
To trust a red coat.
Yeah, like I'd rather trust a red coat.
Tell you what, you get into a scrap on the playground, you're going to be looking for that kid in the tap out.
Yeah, he's
shirt.
going to be the
Where's
one.
that guy?
He's going to be the one causing the scrap. Trent.
I remember in college, my buddy lost a bet, and what he had to do was wear an Affliction shirt to the bar, and he ended up getting laid that night, and it was the most impressive thing any of us had ever seen. It was like more impressive than the moon landing. Like seeing him wearing an Affliction shirt and then leaving the bar with the girl, we were like,
Jesus.
I can't believe that just happened. But I'm still going to go with Crocs because they're an affront to everything. And I'm like not a fashionable person. Like people would probably assume that I wear Crocs, but I do not.
I respect you more knowing that you don't like Crocs. Like it makes me respect you more.
I really, they're, for whatever reason, I see them and I get it. They infuriate me.
I would imagine he's like a socks and sandals guy.
No.
I don't know why. I think you know who does that. I believe Chief in Chicago is a big fan of that.
Can you kick your feet up so we could show your sock situation today? I've been looking at it.
Oh boy, what you got going on?
What's going on with the tucking the pants into the socks?
People do it.
It's a look.
It's
That's
in.
a wrestler move.
It's a look.
in.
It is. You look like you're cutting weight right now.
I'm not offended.
I'm definitely not cutting weight.
And they're funky. You got a big logo sock
I got
on.
a big ass logo.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I'm
people
not
are into
offended.
now. I'm not. I am by so far removed from being the king of fashion.
No.
in any
But
sense.
I've been staring at it, and I was like, did he forget that his
that they're over
socks-
tucked.
Yeah.
No, it's just something I saw people do. People that I think I respect that are cool here. Roan, I saw do it, and I'm like, okay, well now I need to do that.
I do that if I'm like about to put on another pair of pants because it's cold, like to make sure my pants
I
don't
thought you
ride
were
up.
making a statement with your
Yeah.
black
No,
socks.
no. I felt a cramp coming on. I had to move my leg.
Did you hear my knee crack before when I lifted my leg up?
No, did you
know.
hear
My
Trent
knees are-
breathing into the mic earlier?
Yeah.
You missed that. That was a great moment you missed, KB. Trent just breathing heavily into the mic to the point where we had to stop
It was so
and tell
bad.
him
We
to
had to
stop.
stop the
Kinda
podcast.
disgusting. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
It was.
I'm going with Crocs. I can't let tap out shirts make it far in this bracket. As
Fair.
a UFC guy.
Crocs, KB.
The tap out shirts were instantly a mockery, like a universally understood mockery before even like memes existed.
They were cool.
Nah, not once.
Right. The only people who didn't know were the people who were wearing
That's
them.
true. The only people that weren't in on the joke.
I know. There was always guys who were like sticky.
Yeah, a guy named like Dusty or some shit too. Like he had a weird ass name.
The tap out shirts are the worst. Yeah.
Sticky.
Melted candies in his pocket or something, like melted warheads or some shit, airheads.
None of that.
He wore a lot of the other
Good guys,
things.
you
He
know?
wore a lot of the other things on
Like
this bracket.
stand-up guys.
Definitely not. Cheah.
I'm pretty far removed from the whole like UFC and fight game, MMA game. So I honestly don't know the difference from. I think the tap out shirts say tap out on them.
Oh
do.
yeah,
Yes.
enormous
Oh,
letters.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
cannot
all they
tell the
say.
difference from
They
an
sure do.
affliction
And it's like
shirt
goes
and
And
big,
Affliction
small,
does the same
big,
thing.
right? Like it's like
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
biggest possible font.
Yeah.
It's like size 8,000 font across your chest.
Okay. I mean, to me, I kind of lump all those in the same. I don't like Crocs. I've never worn Crocs. I can see the use for it for kids and then restaurateurs because I think it like
Yeah.
cooks and stuff.
Yeah.
true.
But outside of that, I'm not a supporter of them. But I don't support the fight shirts at all, so I'm going to go with the affliction / tap out.
3-3.
Yeah.
Kate's gonna break it.
I feel like a lot of people who wear Crocs, like Clem, a lot of dudes who wear Crocs who have like golden retriever energy. And if I'm in the hospital with a life-threatening thing, and a nurse with a bowl cut, like an old ass lady nurse with a bowl cut and like crusty Crocs comes in, I know that I'm gonna be okay.
The tap out guy
That's
put
a really
you there.
niche vision I have in my head. When I was in the Marines, when I was in the Marines during the height of the war, every single guy, because you were surrounded in Sausage Fest, was wearing Affliction and Tap Out
Oh, no.
24/7. The second they got out of uniform, I was in a sea of it for 5 years. And it'd be like a bunch of dudes in Tap Out crowded around a computer watching like drone videos while Let the Bodies Hit the Floor plays like that. Like you open any barracks door and that's like what you saw. And I got PTSD from it just hearing you say it. Yeah, Affliction and Tap Out, hands down. And speaking of tapping out, I've got to go to physical therapy.
Yeah.
This chair has been my personal Vietnam.
Can I bet you hard
Oh,
money?
sorry,
The back is
Kate.
fucked. Yeah, get her a
I know, so I have
You're
to
a
go.
chair.
No, I'm good, but I have to go. But I'm sorry, but this has been
Yeah.
a delight, and I will go look at my closet tonight and really
Kate,
reflect.
it's dealer's choice. Pick whoever you want to replace you from outside. Just grab someone from outside
Okay.
and have them,
All right.
have them fill in. And by the way, I would bet hard money that Cons wore a lot of tap out.
Oh, without
during
question.
his
my
time.
God.
A Jersey
Chaps.
boy?
Chaps, dude.
Chaps.
Chaps from Florida too. Oh,
yeah.
the sales.
Yeah.
The regional salesperson in Florida for tap out, that guy made
Okay.
bank.
I'll
He
be
made
back.
bonuses.
Oh,
we
help
drop
her
him.
up.
Making
Help
that
her
mic
up.
Tap out.
She's having a hard time getting up.
Oh my goodness.
Shay, do something.
Help her.
Oh.
Okay.
That
Okay.
Going for the mic. Well,
Oh,
we could
poor
do.
Kate.
We could do the next ad while we wait for the next person to come in. Let's talk about Rocket Money. Did you find any subscriptions that you forgot about or paid twice for and didn't realize it? Maybe you had like one of those. What do they call them? Like the monthly thing where they send you a box of stuff.
Bark box?
No, but like that sort of
Oh,
service.
Loot crate?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they send you a crate of Affliction every month. Maybe you forgot about it. You never know about it. All of us had some sort of subscription like that we forget about. I know I talked about it last time we talked about Rocket Money. I found out I was being charged like $16.25 on Microsoft every month for like 2 years. And there was a maze to try and figure out how to cancel it. Could not figure it out. Oh, I wonder who they got to replace.
Are you guys
I'm looking kind of
initiated
ripped.
to Captain?
Who is this?
Captain? No, who is this?
Captain Ferdinand.
Captain Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Introduce yourself to the group here.
Captain. Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys? Captain Ferdinand, Cody, Cap, whatever you want to call me.
Cap,
Nice to be here.
Hello.
What's up?
initiate yourself because we don't know everybody at Chicago
Yeah, I don't
yet.
know if I've ever met you. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm Kelly.
Yeah,
Nice
no
to meet you.
worries. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Cap-
Yeah, I was just standing out there. I do mostly sports. I do Mark Titus. Kate was like, "Hey, I need you to fill in." I was like, "All right, here we are."
Cool.
Easy enough.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
Welcome to the show.
Awesome.
Thanks
he
for
has a
hanging.
remote control bed.
No
What
shit.
is that? How does
Oh,
that?
I heard about that. I
What
saw
does
it
that
on
mean?
Twitter.
What does that mean?
I have a remote that controls my bed.
Got it.
Like a sleep number thing? Or?
Sick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Goes up and down.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a hospital bed?
So
See,
Just
a lot of-
like that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you can
All
call
right,
it
just
that.
needed a visual. Appreciate it.
Fair enough. All right. Anyway, Rocket Money. It's the personal finance app that helps you cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you have full control of your subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses. You can see all your subscriptions in one place, and if you see something you don't want, they can cancel it for you with a few taps. It's great that your dashboard can just show you all of your month's spending compared to last month, so you can clearly see your spending habits. Plus, they'll create a custom budget to help you keep your spending on track. They'll even negotiate and help lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They have over 5 million users and have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year using all of the app's features. Stop wasting your money on things that you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and go to rocketmoney.com/lights. That's rocketmoney.com/lights. Rocketmoney.com/lights. Thanks to Rocket Money. All right, so here's the basis of this, Cap, just so we have a little bit of a know what we're doing here. This shows the bracket. What we're going to do is we're going to have two things going up against each other, and you're going to vote.
He understands.
Easy enough. Easy enough. So we're in our playoffs right now. First matchup is the broccoli haircut versus the popped collar. The popped collar, which one of these things was a worse fashion trend? We'll start with you, Kelly.
Okay. Again, we're stuck on a thing that I was a part of, the popped collar, but broccoli hair is the worst. It's still the worst. It's so bad. So I got to go broccoli hair.
The broccoli haircut, Trent. Or actually, I'm going to vote for the broccoli haircut too, by the way, just to make that clear.
I'm gonna go with popped collar. It's I hate both of these things, but I have hated popped collars for longer. Just because they've been around longer. The broccoli hair still infuriates me, but popped collars, I will hate those until the day I die.
My hatred towards the broccoli hair is so extreme that I am actively rooting for them to win this bracket so that we can maybe put out a graphic that says that they won this bracket and this is the worst. Because, it's not enough to just say they won at the end, because I don't think those morons with broccoli hair are listening to the full podcast. They don't have the brain capacity to make it to the end of a podcast. It's got to be broccoli hair. It's got to win. We have to show these fucks they can't keep getting away.
They're going to
with
listen
this.
to us for sure.
We need to shame them into not having. This is exactly how bullying
They're gonna
works,
call
Robbie.
us.
I'm glad that you've been taking notes.
They're gonna call us boomers and move on.
I don't care. They need to know how fucking stupid they look.
Broccoli hair versus pop collar, 3-2 or 3-1 rather. KB.
I hate them so much too, and I wish I didn't, because then it becomes like just a generational angry thing. But they fill me with so much rage, and you could see their dumb, expressionless face, and you can tell by the look in their eyes that they don't know. They couldn't name a vice president. They couldn't. They don't know what a continent is. I hate them. Yeah.
Another one for the broccoli
and it's
hair.
just what is it? It's like a perm.
Basically,
they have to go get a perm.
Basically,
a fade into a perm, I guess.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Cheah.
It's crazy.
So I love broccoli hair.
What? That's upset of the year.
What?
I tried my best to do it. I just sent a picture.
Okay.
Oh
Try your
my
best to do it?
god.
Yeah, it's tough because if you have straight hair, you
Shay,
can't
that's just a
do it.
picture.
Cheah, that's just a picture of you and Rosario Dawson. That's like,
What do you mean you tried your best to
that's
do
not even
it?
close.
That's your current hair.
No, not
Did you send
completely.
this just to send a picture of you and Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, he's
No,
That flex on us.
Your hair looks pin fucking straight,
That
and this
is
is just you and Rosario
nothing
Dawson.
like
It looks like you
Broccoli
got
hair.
shocked.
That's the funniest text message I've ever gotten.
The point is, you need curly hair to do that. I don't have curly hair, but like the equivalent of that is what I was trying to go for. And just a fade and like straight up, like almost like the Kid and Play type haircut. Like, 'cause, again,
But that's not what the broccoli haircut is.
Not at
it
all.
takes curly hair
Not
to do
even
that. I didn't
close.
have
No,
it.
these guys are having their hair
Curled.
Perm. Yeah, you go get
They're
a
getting
perm.
a perm.
Yeah.
Shay, let me ask you what I think is going to get through to you. What was it like meeting Rosario Dawson? Was that incredible? Is that what?
So outside Broadway, what was that?
Yeah, no, she was a friend.
Just a friend.
I love
Maybe more than
Rosario.
It looks like
Maybe
you
more
had
for
a
a little
fade,
while.
and then you got shocked by an electric current, and your hair went all staticky. Like, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like. It looks nothing like broccoli, even close.
How did you try to scrunch it? Like, did you put gel in and try to scrunch it with your fingers to make it curly?
This was before I was introduced to gel or pomade, so I'd wear like a sleeve, like a cut off short sleeve on my head at night.
You put
And
on
it
a
would all just
fucking
kinda-
homemade do-rag to try and get a curly hair?
No.
I wouldn't go that far, but
People who
yeah,
have
you could say
curly
that.
hair do that as like a way to preserve your curls. Like that is a way. So you did all the things, but you just have stick straight hair. So it
I
doesn't
mean,
turn
if
your
you
hair.
sleep like that, then yeah, it gets pretty straight.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, well, it's just supposed to prevent frizz. That's like why people do that.
That was the funniest, I think, text
Yeah.
message I ever got in my
Wow.
life. Just me with a broccoli haircut. Just Stephen Cheah with Rosario Dawson, not even close. That was
Hair unchanged.
Yeah, unchanged at all.
Wow.
So in summary, I do like broccoli hair. So what was it going up against?
It's going to be the popped collar.
Oh yeah, pop collar. Yeah, see ya.
Popped collar, see ya. Cap.
Yeah, so I'm unironically wearing a pop collar right now. Didn't plan that, but
That's a Q-zip.
I would say my generation is notorious for the, broccoli hair, the TikTok hair.
Yeah.
I'm going with that. Looks like a bird nest on your head.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Broccoli hair is going to move on. Next matchup is Gauges, which we talked about at length. Gauges were rough versus the Cookie Monster flat brim. Oh boy. Start with you again, Cap.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I gotta go with the Cookie Monster flat brim. That's just all time. You see someone rocking that, they're devious. You don't know what they're gonna get into. So I'm going with that.
It is generally I don't know if you are they a dangerous person or are they like
Dangerously dumb.
I think they want you
Yeah.
to know that they don't give a fuck.
that the person? No, I don't think they want anyone to know. They just truly don't. If you're wearing
I think
that,
it could
like
be
you,
both.
I think that's almost so bad it can't be
Yeah,
intentional.
no, they're
Well,
not.
let's
they're-
ask. We have in our midst, Robbie.
Cookie Monster.
What's the reasoning
Cookie Monster
behind?
Bob.
I think it's what Kate nailed before. I think your parents get divorced and you just start looking for something zany, something
Yeah.
random, you know?
True. They don't give a fuck.
So one for the Cookie Monster flat brim. Jay.
These two things are almost synonymous. I feel like
Yeah.
No.
They're pretty
Have a
close.
Cookie Monster
I
hat.
think
There's
they're
a-
pretty
Are
close.
they?
Yeah.
I disagree.
chance you have gauges.
Same
Yeah.
circle, I think. Not quite the same thing.
Yes.
Same circle of friends.
I would say hats are you can take them off. Gauges, I guess you could take off, but your ear looks like
Fucked, yeah.
horrible. So I gotta go with gauges. It's way more permanent.
One for Gauges. KB.
Yeah, the gauges trend is the least understood trend for me because you're giving yourself a disgusting deformity.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving yourself a gigantic earlobe and then a gigantic earlobe with a gigantic hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like the smaller ones are all right, but yeah, I can't do that.
I'm thinking more like the big ass ones, like the really truly. And some people put them in their noses too and stuff. and like,
That's crazy.
So offensive.
yeah, they're nasty.
Is there a niche porn category for this?
For
Porn?
dudes
I
who
don't
are-
know. Chai, why don't you look
He's
it
saying
up?
people fucking the gauge hole.
Open gauge.
I'm sure there
Oh,
is. Like cock ring
Yeah.
ear stuff.
I'm
Sorry for the
positive.
vulgarity, y'all.
Yeah, I'm positive that there is. There's just absolutely
Gotta
something
be,
out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so specific.
I don't know.
You
There's
can find something for anything, Trey. I promise.
If you could think of it, I think you could find it.
Yes.
also I'm more wondering how you thought of it. Did you think to yourself, I would like to
wanna
stick my
fuck an
dick
ear?
in there? Yeah, that's almost
You have a giant hole in your ear, so yeah, if you
giant holes
Hole.
equal. I
Yeah,
gotta stick my
fuck
dick in
it.
that.
Yeah,
my
okay.
giant
Yeah,
cock.
Kelly, if I see
Yeah,
a hole,
yeah.
I'm gonna fuck it.
That's
Steven-
guy. Listen, that's
It'll
guy
probably
stuff.
feel
Okay.
Chay's the guy that I was talking about who says
think
that
it
so many people are
would.
gonna fuck that dune bucket. He's got it on lock. He's gonna fuck that bucket, that popcorn bucket. You guys know what I'm talking
An
about.
unlubricated ear hole would definitely feel great to fuck, Che.
Yeah, earlobes
saying
are like the softest flesh.
Oh,
I gotta
word
say like
flash.
that.
I think it would feel at worst decent.
I think it would hurt your ear. What if it ripped
Yeah.
the bottom? Like it
Oh,
got
if you
too
rip the
thin at the
gauge
bottom,
out?
you rip
Oh.
through.
Oh, we can't be talking about this.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no.
gauges. Easily gauges.
I think everyone recoiling is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
helping it. Trent?
Yeah, it's gauges. Because again, I'm largely unfamiliar with Cookie Monster flat brim. So, but gauges are ridiculous.
Gauges. I'd go with Gauges as well.
Gauges for me, yeah.
Gauges
Way
is gonna
more,
move on.
way worse than.
Gauges versus the broccoli haircut
Ooh.
to go into the finals. Kelly.
Oh my God, that's so hard because
Damn.
gauges are disgusting, and so is that fucking hair.
You hate the different people that have them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm voting broccoli hair because I'm right in the vein with Robbie that we need to bring attention to the broccoli hair and we need to start shaming people into stop having this broccoli hair. So I'm going broccoli hair.
I'm going broccoli hair as well, and I think it's because like I think I would be able to find some level of common ground with Gauge Guy.
Yeah.
There's zero common ground to be found with broccoli hair guy. Like I would never even entertain a conversation
Sometimes
that
Gage
person.
guys are just nice weirdos. you
Yeah,
know?
Yep.
yeah, and
Yep.
like that. It's just something like visually, like you're immediately like, oh, scared, but then like you can find something.
You're like, he likes the Insane Clown Posse.
Yes.
And I don't like him for that, but he's also a cool guy.
He's an ICP guy. Who cares?
Is there anybody out there with gauges and broccoli hair?
No
I mean,
way.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't even know what. I mean, there's
No
no chance.
way.
There's no chance. Why even bother?
Feels like no chance.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's crossover there. Yeah.
I mean,
no.
that would be the most disgusting human being alive.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with gauges. I listen. I hate broccoli hair as much as the next guy, but gauges, you just can't, and it's just a horrific. I don't fully understand why people do it. Broccoli hair, I get. It's like a trend that
Yeah.
the young people do on TikTok.
That they'll regret
Gauges,
later. Yeah.
I don't get.
Gauges.
Both gross. I hate both, but I did have friends growing up with gauges. Never had a friend with broccoli hair, never will.
3 for the broccoli hair. KB.
I mean, Gage is worse. I mean, people who wear the broccoli hair are worse people, but there's worse hairstyles.
What's a worse popular hairstyle that trended?
I don't
Let's say.
think there is a worse
Yeah, but
hairstyle.
I think like the
See, like
the hot boy can pull it off. It's the fact that they all copy each other.
Right.
Like I would say a mullet is a worse haircut, but that's a personal preference. I hate mullets, but there are so many girls who are like, "Oh, silly mullet, like I love it." Meanwhile, I really hate them so much. Like
Broccoli is just so rough to look at, man. So you're gonna go with the gauges?
Yeah, Gage is like I said. It's like you're giving yourself a disgusting deformity.
Cheah?
Yeah, gauges, same reason as KB.
Gauges.
Yeah, gauges. You can't really get rid of the hair. I mean, you get rid of the hair. Once you have gauges, you're kind of fucked.
So Gauges is going to move into the final. On the other side, the Ed Hardy hat, or let's say the Ed Hardy catalog. So Ed Hardy hat, shirt, pants, all of it, versus the giant 2003 NBA suits, early 2000s suits. Tough matchup, really tough matchup. Start out with you, Captain. Wait, is that his Captain, right? Did I mess that up?
Yeah, yeah. What was the first one again?
Ed Hardy shirts, T-shirts, hats, all that stuff.
Yeah,
might be a
yeah,
little too young
those
for
are
that.
bad.
Yeah.
No, I know what those are. Those are bad. I think the 2003 draft class like photos were kind of cool. So I'm gonna go Ed Hardy.
Yeah, and one for Ed Hardy. Jay?
Yeah, same. The Ed Hardy collection is worse for me. I actually don't think I don't really remember because I did have suits that were larger. I don't remember them being uncomfortable.
This should be
which was,
comfier. It's
an
airy.
argument that got pointed out. But yeah, like I think they were fine. So Ed Hardy group.
Ed Hardy, KB?
I wasn't here. The suits, just the giant,
Yeah.
The massive
like
suits. that they-
Tracy McGrady's.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'll go with like my roots. Like Ed Hardy isn't bad looking.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think it like?
Oh, I
it
do.
looks hideous.
I think it
they
does.
look pretty
Hideous.
Yeah.
gross.
Maybe I'm
I think
blinded.
some of it looks kind of cool and fun.
I'm
Listen,
with you,
I'm
Kyle.
probably-
I'm with you so
I will
hard on
admit
this.
that I'm probably having trouble looking past the clientele. Like they're so synonymous to me, but I still, yeah, Ed Hardy.
I think I had a crush on a girl who wore an Ed Hardy shirt to school one day, and I didn't have a crush on her anymore.
Damn.
That is that
and that's just
visually
the
abrasive.
stigma, though.
How do you separate the two?
Yeah.
Man.
What would you do if I came in wearing I'm gonna wear my Ed Hardy shoes tomorrow.
I think we just.
I don't think I've ever
beat
looked
that
at a
shit
person. I don't think I've ever like.
We would jump you.
I'd be able to run away quick. Those shoes are cute.
Fair.
I don't think I've ever like once like looked at a woman's shoes and been like, nope, that's gross, or been like
Shoes are different than a shirt, though.
True.
If you
I
came
agree.
in
You
with
can
a
do that in a
shirt with a
True.
fucking bedazzled skull,
Yeah.
and
You
get
tiger
fucking
coming
roasted.
I
out of the
saved
ear.
the shoes
Yeah.
to be clear. I had a shirt, but I don't know where
you
that
get
is.
Yeah.
roasted if you wore an Ed
Oh,
Hardy
yeah.
shirt in here.
Or,
Like,
or
Yeah,
the
they're cool,
bedazzled
though.
jeans, like
Yeah.
something like that. Like
so there's every now and then Clemmer wears in this like Tweety Bird sweater into work, and we just destroy him every time he walks in the office wearing it. And like that's what I imagine would happen if you were into a full Ed Hardy
True.
shirt.
He just looks like Mr. Rogers when he does that.
It's hysterical to look
It is.
at.
for Easter
He has a
dinner.
Yeah, his
Tweety
Easter
Bird
dinner.
It's like
shirt.
It's like a yellow-
cable knit bright yellow sweater that he wears over a collared shirt to work sometimes. Like
It's a
once
good
month.
look, but it's
not.
like,
It's a
but he
nice
wears it in
sweater.
like an old man way, not in like a cool, trendy way. Like the shirt doesn't pop out the bottom. It's not like a cool.
Why you guys making fun of me?
He just looks like Mr. Rogers
It's
somehow.
really funny looking. So 2 for the Ed Hardy. KB,
I didn't, but
yeah.
the suits. When everyone looks at them now, what do? They laugh. And it was millionaires trying to look as handsome and sharp as possible, and now it just looks ridiculous. It looks funny.
Here, KB, I'll send it in our chat. The picture of the 2003 draft class is just hysterical to look at. Again, LeBron, I think, is maybe the sharpest because his is the most fitted, and that's very liberally.
So look, you look at this, you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
These guys got head in those suits.
There's just so much fabric.
I know when they took their pants off to get that head, and the pants
It
were
took
stacked
days.
5 feet tall.
They're all the way up to their knees.
It's like dropping a curtain.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So you're going with the big ass suits, Robbie?
Ed Hardy, easy for me. I don't think they're nearly as embarrassing, or the big suits are nearly as embarrassing as Ed Hardy clothing.
Trent?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ed Hardy as well. I keep looking at that 2003 picture. KB may laugh, but I think they look good. I think they look great. I hope. They probably haven't done this. Like, I hope an NBA draft has a throwback night.
They retro, yeah.
Where they retro doing all of them wear suits like that. I think they're going to do that.
That
at
would
some
be
point.
funny. Yeah.
That would be.
I'm surprised they haven't done that in like a commercial yet. Like,
They
had
should.
some old NBA stars do that.
Yeah.
They absolutely should. I'm going with Ed Hardy as well.
I'm going big suits. I can't go against my true self.
Because you have Ed Hardy in your closet.
Because
right
I have
now.
it literally in my closet, right? I can't wait to send you guys a picture. You're gonna be like, "Wow, those shoes are pretty sick. Like they have skulls and hearts all over them. They're cool."
Oh, look at Lil Wayne was rocking Ed Hardy.
Yeah,
Kim
hell yeah.
Kardashian, Zac Efron.
Ed Hardy, by the way, also was so
Bow Wow.
expensive. Like it was really expensive stuff. Like I always
It
wanted
makes
more.
it more embarrassing. than
Yeah.
No,
you buy
no,
it.
no.
Spent a lot of money to look extremely dumb. Now we have affliction stuff and tap out stuff versus the chain wallet, a wallet with a chain attached to it. Start with you, Kelly.
I'm gonna go chain wallet for sure against affliction stuff. Sorry,
Against affliction and
the
tap
affliction
out.
tap out stuff. That I think maybe I miss the real offense of it because like I know those kind of guys and that kind of person that would wear that shit. But I think the kind of person that's wearing the chain wallet is worse. I said earlier also that the chain wallet usually is a gateway drug for the duct tape wallet, which I hate more than anything on this earth.
Nick had both.
Of course he did.
yeah.
Of course he did. Like, of course. But that's, yeah. So I'm going to go chain wallet.
Chain wallet. I'm gonna go with the affliction tap out because I do think that guy just horrible. Loved Call of Duty more than anything in the world. Was terrible at it. Screamed at the headset. You could hear his mom be like, "Stop yelling!" And he's just like screaming over the headset. That's exactly what I picture. Trent.
Yeah, I think I voted for chain wallet earlier, but it's not that egregious, honestly. The affliction stuff, I really think that like over a 2-year period, fights started in bars were like 98% affliction tap out guys, and that's just dangerous for the world.
Yep.
So I'm gonna vote for that one.
I wonder if our fights ever wore affliction tap out. He feels like he would wear maybe Ed Hardy.
No,
Actually.
he was preppy. He was prep.
Too
prep.
preppy?
Big
Okay.
time.
Big
Big
time,
time prep.
yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I don't even think he had like a punk face. He says right because he was always
Really?
boarding school
Yeah.
shit.
Gotcha.
So it's unfortunate. I bet he'd rock some of that stuff.
He probably rocks it now.
Yeah.
This is tough for me. I said before I can't let tap out affliction get far. The more I think about it, my brother had a chain wallet up until a couple of years ago. I'm like,
No.
I would be more okay with that than if my brother was wearing tap out shirts up until a few years ago. So I'm going with the tap out.
Wow.
A chain wallet dad is crazy.
Yeah, he was a chain wallet dad. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Chain
Wow.
wallets, chain wallet. I see him when I would go to like Soho. I would see chain wallets. Like I think it's still a fashion
It
trend.
kind of like
Really?
the way my brother looks like. It kind of like he's got a nose ring and shit. Like he looks like a rock star. So
It worked
kinda
with him?
Yeah.
Cool.
KB.
Tap out. I mean,
Yeah.
How many people in the wrestling sphere wore tap out?
by the time I got to high school, it was known like that's like the mock shirt.
You make fun of the person that wears that.
Yeah, I never saw like an actual hothead, like guy looking for trouble in a tap. It was more like kind of like a loser.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, Robbie, you
Damn.
Shining a light on me.
Damn.
yeah, right. So, like,
Robbie's getting
that's
roasted.
who it was.
Just a loser. Jay.
Tap out affliction. I want to see tap out affliction go against Ed Hardy.
That's what's coming up. Captain.
Yeah, tap out affliction.
Tap out and affliction. So now we have affliction / tap out versus Ed Hardy. It's like
Oh
just like
man.
kind of like the rich parents versus poor parents guy going
Yeah.
up against each other.
Damn,
slamming in
that's a tough one.
to go into the
Gotti
finals.
Ward, fucking
North
Ollie
Jersey versus
Frazier.
South Jersey.
Yeah,
That's what this
like-
is.
Seriously. So affliction tap out wearer versus Ed Hardy wearer. Start with you again, Captain.
Ed Hardy. Yeah, just bad.
just rough. And this person paid more to look as
Just
dumb.
Yeah,
paid more
tap
to
out
look
shirts.
dumb.
At least they were just like $20.
Yeah. Cheah?
I mentioned before, I don't really know the difference from these, so I'm gonna abstain. I don't think that would be very
You're
fair.
gonna
to vote.
abstain from voting
Ooh.
I don't know the difference between these two. To me,
between
they're
Ed
all,
Hardy
like,
and
The
tap
two-person,
out.
you mean? Like, the people
I
that
don't.
wear them.
Damn.
I don't.
So, like,
To me, it's all like fight shirts, like dudes going out to a bar and they want to fight.
so Ed Hardy has a lot of, like, hearts and skulls.
Tigers, dragons.
Yeah.
Jungle cats and roses.
yeah.
Fun colors.
Tap out's sick.
It's
Tap
all
out's
it's
mostly
like
white, black, and
tattoo
green.
prints, like tattoo
Yeah.
stuff, but with Ed Hardy on it.
Yeah, and then Affliction was more like
Black and white
black and white
shirts.
angels and shit, and like wings and stuff, and then like Tap Out was just literally the word Tap Out over like and like white or black.
Like printed giant and
Yeah, giant
diagonally.
across the chest. So that's the big difference. It's like one is a slightly more artistic version of the other two.
I would be a fair weather suede person to vote here. I should abstain from this. I did want to see this matchup though.
I respect it. With Tommy as the Sanctity of the bracket commissioner or whatever being out today,
Yes.
we will let you abstain. KB,
Tap out.
Tap Out and Affliction.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy, you're just not going to ever vote for Tap Out and
No.
Affliction. Trent?
Ed Hardy, and I don't really know why. Like when I
Mob mentality.
My only
it's
thing
naughty.
when I think
It is.
about like if I am thinking about my brain, like which one does it hate more, Ed Hardy or Tap Out and Affliction? I just think Ed Hardy, and that's the only thing I can come up with.
I think Ed Hardy is uglier but had a shorter run. I think Tap Out had weirdly more staying power, but maybe that's just because like it was more accessible. Because it was
They're still
less
around,
expensive.
you know. They're making actually non-cringeworthy stuff now.
Really?
They have like
Really?
a new logo, and they just make like Under Armour type.
Bob's
gear.
on the payroll, I think.
yeah, right.
Uncle, you're gonna get a text from Uncle Dana.
I think
They're
like,
about to be sponsoring my mom's
I'm
basement.
pretty sure they're sponsoring WWE, and the gear just looks like normal, just like sport
Interesting.
gear.
Tap Out clothes. I'm gonna have to take a peek into
They
this.
look pretty good.
I think that I would have to go with Affliction and Tap Out because not only I think they're both very ugly, but I think that the people is the tipping point here. So I'm gonna go with Affliction and Tap Out. So we're
I'm going Affliction Tap Out as well.
Affliction
For the
Tap Out
record,
as
yeah.
well.
I stand strong. Jersey strong.
So then we're gonna be tied up. We're 3-3 in favor.
Shay.
Shay, you got to vote.
He's gonna look him up.
He's gonna
yeah,
Google.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, that's
Say
very
one.
fair. No. I want his ass to look this
You know,
up.
He's like sighing like he has tedious work to do.
Ed
Yeah.
Hardy shirts. Okay. You're right. Was it Kelly that said tattoo art? This does look
Yes,
like tattoo
yes.
art.
I think that's like where it came from.
Might
I
be.
think so. Yeah.
yeah.
But this is what people would wear in like the mid OOs that like,
mid-00s.
were into like ultimate fighting, right?
But yeah, but you don't have to look up the tap out. Should just picture a shirt that says fucking tap out. How
No,
ridiculous that is.
I respect him looking. I respect him doing the research.
Mid
I wouldn't expect
OOs,
any
I've
less
never
from
heard that
Trent.
Mid-00s.
Affliction
Mid-00s,
shirts
yeah.
look pretty similar.
It's just like less effort, I guess.
Affliction shirts are the same thing. They're just black and white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Similar,
which
yeah.
one do you dislike more?
Wait, has he looked at the Tap Out shirt yet?
I think he. Oh,
Oh, are they the same like brand?
Yeah, this is it.
Very
This with this
similar.
fucking the way this font goes.
The font.
Oh, that's a
they were ugly.
nightmare.
They were ugly.
Yeah.
This. Ugh.
It's kind of like a rip on like the WWE logos. They did that same like double arc
They
thing.
kind of
It
yeah.
kind of looks
Yeah.
like Iron Maiden or something. Font.
Metallica, how they have the M and the A at the
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
exactly. Yes.
How we feeling, Cheah?
I feel like I was right. I feel like these are all the same. Tap out, I guess, is a little bit different. I'll go with.
Please blurt one out. You're not sacrificing any integrity.
I'll go with, I guess, Ed Hardy, just because Tap Out looks like the most different.
throw those shoes away, Kelly.
Never.
So
Every year, I literally like every time I clean out my place, I'm
look at
like,
it.
should I throw these out? Like I'm getting rid of
How
stuff.
many
like,
apartments
is it
has
time?
that- have
no,
that
I've
pair
had
of
them since the
shoes?
9th grade.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, that's the sale. I'll send you a picture. They're vintage Ed Hardy shoes. I can't get rid of them.
Gee, I don't think anything is vintage for Ed Hardy. It's just old.
No, it is. It's vintage. 2005.
So Gauges versus Ed Hardy in the finals. Which was the worst or worse
That's a
fashion
good
trend?
final.
I'm proud
I
of
think we
this
did good.
final,
I think
honestly.
we did good. Kelly.
It's obviously Gage's, and again, I cannot stand all the slander that poor Ed Hardy is wearing, and I think I might start wearing Ed Hardy full time just to turn it around.
Oh, that'd be a great gimmick.
It would be cool.
Can we do that like a 2000s throwback
Ed Hardy day?
Yeah, not even
love
Ed
it.
Hardy's 2000 throwback day.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a fun day. I'm gonna go with Ed Hardy because I think that again I can find more common ground with the Gage guy than I can with the Ed Hardy guy. Trent,
This is a good final.
we did good.
It is good.
I'm gonna vote Ed Hardy. You see those, if you lived through it and you see, like, if you Google it and you look at it, it makes you infuriated. Just, you can't even, like, Gage's, whatever. I know, I don't love them. I think they're disgusting. It's a deformity, like KB said. But Ed Hardy, I feel rage when I see Ed Hardy. So
Damn.
that's my vote.
I agree with Trent. I'm going Ed Hardy because I could be friends with somebody with Gages. I'm sorry, Kelly. I couldn't be friends with somebody that regularly
Habitual
wore
Ed Hardy wear.
This is so
I
tough for
couldn't.
me. This is so tough. I was wearing it in like a cute way though, guys.
You gotta separate. You gotta.
Yeah.
I was a
You gotta
cute girl.
separate the art from the canvas, though. Like, I would like a Gage guy more. I would rather befriend a Gage guy. But what looks worse? What is worse looking?
That's fair.
Fair.
Ed Hardy.
I think Ed Hardy looks worse, yeah.
Ed Hardy, it is pretty whack. I'm picturing like the shiny. It was like bedazzled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the ugliest
Like
color.
reds and golds.
Well, the whole thing about it, you guys, was the juxtaposition. There would be a little bit of flowers and like whatever, but then there'd also be skulls. So it was like hardcore,
That might be the most-
soft and hard.
That's
you know?
what's egregious. Is it was like felt like they were pretending to be deep.
Yeah.
Where it was like, look at these cool designs.
No,
it's like,
Trent, we
that's
were deep.
No,
Looked like
bro.
someone like puked onto a shirt. They're nasty.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
KB.
Yeah, scratch everything I've said. I hate Ed Hardy. It's the ugliest shit in the world.
Another for Ed Hardy. Jay.
You could get a new wardrobe. You could do anything, but now you are a potential co-star in an extremely niche porn industry. I'm gonna go with Gages.
This. What reasoning that was. And then Captain to round it up.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy going to capture the win here of the bracket, episode 116. We had a couple of honorable mentions, nothing crazy. A lot of them included in the play-in, but people were very interested in this one. But yeah, so the winner is Ed Hardy. Poor Kelly, you're going to have to clean out her closet.
It's tough, yeah.
And all I can think about is Cheah with his Caesar haircut with Rosario Dawson, even though it looked or broccoli haircut rather with Rosario Dawson. And then a Caesar haircut, which find a better picture of the Caesar haircut because I 100% want to put that onto the bracket. It was very funny. Thank you, Captain, for filling in late. Thank you to Kelly, Trent, and Robbie for filling in for a second time in
Thanks
a
for
row.
having
Right, you were on the
us.
last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming on again. And we'll be back next week with the full crew and a new topic. See you guys then.